Yo,
Yo. What's
Yo,
going on, everybody?
welcome to Hip Hop Citizen Friday Night Live. Dial
yo,
718.
Yo, Architect 7.
Don Juan D. Mac. I think we were episode 20, 20, 28, 27?
Yeah, you keep track of those, man.
Something like that. We up there.
A lot of episodes.
Yo, man, so how was y'all's week, man?
It was good, man. I mean, I find like the weeks are going by a lot quicker, man. You know, doing this whole remote work.
What up, Jeff?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jeff.
Yo, man, I it's crazy because I was looking at back at the last couple of shows. Usually, man, if we working like doing the commuting thing, I stay on point with haircuts, and I was looking at the last few shows, and I'm like, yo, been straight woofing, forgetting to take showers and shit, just cooped up in the crib, man.
Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of woofing now because I normally just bald my head, but haven't shaved my head in a couple of days. So I got to get back on that.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to hold on to whatever hair I got left. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, you ain't saying shit to me. I keeps mine low to hide it.
I'm hair transplanting. I'm taking hair from my armpits and putting it in my forehead like a little Jackson curl and shit.
That's right, Ricky, Lakers fan. That's right. You see the purple and gold in the background, baby. I got the game on in front of me as we sit here and talk. The Lakers busting that ass.
Lakers in foe. Lakers in foe.
That shit ain't even fair right now.
Word, man. So let's jump right into our first segment, which is hip hop birthdays.
All right.
So the first birthday we have this week is Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, celebrates a birthday this week. So how do you guys feel about this cat, man? It's like I guess we got to talk about him as an artist, just like as an MC.
Yo, for real, the only thing that I really checked out from him was the joint that he did about America.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I don't know shit else about him. I didn't know he was a rapper or an actor until he did the little gay shit with America.
Yeah, I mean, I knew about him before that. He had a couple of joints. I thought, it was interesting, man. I mean, I like somebody that's multi-talented, where he could rap and he's okay at that. He has his show, Atlanta, which is a good show. He's a stand-up comedian. He was on Community.
Oh shit, for real? I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a stand-up comedian.
And I heard Atlanta was good. Wait, is Atlanta or ATL?
ATL, yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff about that.
Yeah,
are they two different movies? Are they two different movies, Atlanta and ATL? Or are they the same?
ATL is the movie. Atlanta is Donald Glover's show that comes on, I want to say FX.
All right.
That's the channel it comes on. Pretty good show, where he plays a manager of a hip-hop artist that's his cousin. And, they different type of situations that happen with them in Atlanta. Kind of like a sitcom, situation comedy, kind of random like Seinfeld. But the premise is him trying to get his cousin to stardom.
Okay, I got to get hip to that one.
Yeah, the Stay Woke joint is good too. Yeah, shout out to Micah Mitchell. I didn't realize he was a Giants fan. That's what's up. Next person celebrating a birthday, I guess a new school artist, Russ, from out of New Jersey.
Oh, he's out of Jersey? I thought he was Atlanta.
Could be wrong. Could be out of Jersey. Could be out of Atlanta, but I thought he was out of Jersey.
Okay.
I thought that was Rico Suave real quick. I thought you was trying to play a fast one on us.
I'll leave it alone. But Russ is a talented, I think, songwriter, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good MC. Good. I guess say that. Not really my cup of tea. But
he's not legendary or classic.
He's decent. Okay, this is somebody I would put in the category of legendary.
Is that Roscos?
Legendary lyricist. Roscos celebrates the birthday this week.
Shout out to the West Coast.
Like a boy, and he's still doing his thing too.
Yeah, man. Dude was ahead of his time, man. I mean, the stuff that he used to say, he used to, a lot of guys would try to say complex shit in their rhyme and their fucking cadence be off.
Yeah.
Roscos will say that deep shit and he'll still manage to be on beat. Like, I mean, what he had that song, Nature of a Threat, where he was talking about like the history of white supremacy. I think that was like a 10-minute song. That shit was dope from like beginning to end, man. Then my joint was Solar Nights, the Diamond D remix.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that one, man.
Yep.
That's Cass, man. Dope MC, man. He had that joint right where I left off, where he was rhyming homonyms. I mean, he's like, he's real creative with the pen, man. You don't really see a lot of that today.
Of course not.
And the late Andre Harrell would have turned 60 this week. You know, Andre Harrell started his career out with the rap group Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Then he went on to form, I guess he worked with Russell Simmons behind the scenes. Then he went on to form, what was it, Uptown Records? Uptown.
Okay. And P. Diddy, right? I mean,
yeah, and Puff Daddy was his intern, turned A&R. Then he fired him. And Clive Davis picked up P. Diddy, and the rest is history. Yeah, but you know, he definitely did his thing in hip hop, man. R.I.P. to Andre Harrell, and happy birthday. Lil Wayne.
Tucci.
Celebrate the birthday.
Yo, as a matter of fact, man, I was listening to, what was it, the Carter 3, the joint that he had Jay-Z on?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the doctor when he was the doctor trying to save hip-hop.
Oh, okay. I got to listen to that joint.
That album is actually pretty fucking dope, man. What up, Andre?
I'm going to be honest here. I think Lil Wayne is definitely my top 5 for most overrated MC.
I can't even say that just because I know that a lot of stuff that he's gotten was ghostwritten, and I don't even know. But the Carter 3, that album was really dope, man. I ain't even gonna front. I'm not a Lil Wayne fan, but that album was tough.
Well, there's been like a lot of rumors of ghostwriters, and one of them was Gilly the Kid say he used to ghostwrite for Lil Wayne.
Yeah, well,
I believe it, and same thing with Corey Guns.
I mean, isn't that how Drake got on?
I believe Corey Guns, yeah.
I believe Drake was probably writing some of Drake's hit. That's how Drake got on.
Was it Carter 2 that had Jay-Z on there, Andre?
He said Carter 2.
That joint was fire.
And then 2, when he had Young Money Records, I don't know if he still has Young Money, but he had like a lot of artists. He had Nicki Minaj, Drake, Corey Guns, and Jay Mills was on that label too.
Yeah, exactly. 3. That 3 was sick. From beat selection to rhymes, that was a really dope joint.
So, you say he's in your top 10 or underrated? I mean, overrated?
Overrated. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's in my top 5 overrated.
So,
everyone talks about Lil Wayne in their top 5, and I don't think that he belongs in the conversation of top 5. Now, if you're just talking about an influence on pop culture, I give you that. I mean, that's why everybody's little now. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to Lil Wayne, everybody wants to be little.
Yeah, I mean, never really listened to him like that when he was with the Hot Boys back in the day. But
it's maturity. It's the maturity of lyrics, like gonorrhea. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just the maturity of lyrics from Lil Wayne that's looking off for me.
The only joint I listened to was the joint he had with Corey Guns. I think it was 6 foot, 7 foot.
Right.
That joint was decent. A Millie was decent. But other than that, I couldn't really get down on anything else. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Next rapper celebrating a birthday is Slain from out of Boston. I don't know if y'all familiar with this cat. You know, he did work with a Static Selector. He was a part of the hip hop supergroup La Coca Nostra with Ill Bill, Everlast. Yeah, and he's also an actor too. He came in a lot of movies with Ben and Casey Affleck.
Really? I had no clue about that. Okay.
He was in The Town, directed by Ben Affleck, and he was in Gone Baby Gone, starring Casey Affleck. Like basically a lot of movies about Boston, he was in it playing like, you know, bank robber, tough guy. And also a decent MC too.
Come on, John Hart. Wayne is not in the top 10. Cut it out. Wayne, John, you starting early tonight, bro.
John Hart, what up, Atlanta? Andrew Sinclair,
Speaking of ATL, what's up, bro?
What up, Andre Sinclair? I'm just catching up with y'all.
Yeah, this is a blast from the past right here.
Def Jeff.
Oh, you remembered.
Man, stop playing with me, bro. I used to mimic the Soul Brothers, his dancers.
Yo, what TV show was Def Jeff on, man? I remember he was on a TV show playing a DJ in a club. I'm trying to figure out. I don't even
know.
Was that Martin? Like for a couple of episodes?
I thought it was like
maybe a different world. I don't know.
Different world type shit.
Yeah, I remember him being on the show back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, man.
Didn't he get married to Tempest Bledsoe?
Nah, you talking about Ron from a different world.
All right, so I'm getting all confused. What you got for us, Andre Sinclair?
The Snowman.
Jeezy celebrates a birthday.
Yo, you know the funniest thing was it was at least I think it might have been a couple years ago when his son graduated high school.
Okay.
And people was giving him hell. They was like, "Oh, you Basically trying to call him fake, saying that all the shit he was talking was just album shit.
Mm-hmm.
And basically saying, see, he's promoting education, but in his music, he's telling you pump cocaine.
I mean, this was the only joint I know of his that I liked was Go Crazy. That's the only song I remember.
Yeah, I never really got into him, to be honest with you.
But to me though, Jeezy has always been like the equivalent of a Mano, but in the South. I mean, you think about the beef between Gucci Mane and Jeezy. These dudes were real street dudes. These were real gangsters of the South, man. And so I never really been into their music, but I respect their street hustle.
Yeah, man. And which one did Deborah's son run with? Because you're the one that made that phrase popular to refer to Waka Flocka. Who did Deborah's son run with?
Gucci.
Okay.
Hey, John Harp, who had a daytime?
I was just about to ask him that. I seen that in the chat.
Who you talking about, John? Who you talking about? Daytime talk show coming out?
Maybe Jeezy.
Jeezy? Yeah, he got Jeannie, his girl. Are they fiance yet? His girl's on TV.
So, yeah, Jeannie Mai.
I mean, at some point, I guess you reach a certain level where that next step is just a given. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah.
I'd be interested.
I like seeing them together, anyways.
Yeah, this guy not a top 10 lyricist yet, but definitely a dope lyricist. Locksmith celebrates a birthday.
Oh yeah, Locksmith is nasty.
Yeah. Fire MC, man. If y'all don't know about him, check him out. Locksmith. The last album I heard of his was a collaboration with Apollo Brown. Okay. Guys, definitely check that one out, man.
And he's been around for a minute too. That's the funny thing. And he's just now, like, starting to crack that ceiling.
Was that the West Coast behind him? Was it LA?
Yeah, I think he's a Bay Area MC, if I'm not mistaken. Next guy, the guy who took auto-tune to the next level, man.
That's your boy,
celebrates a birthday.
That's your boy.
Hey, all bullshit aside, they can say what they want about TPain, but TPain got real talent.
Hey man,
for real, without the auto-tune, for real.
Man, he had real talent on that talk show with Nick Cannon when they was wearing the costumes. I'll say that. But hey, man, Shorty, what was are you in love with a stripper? That was a classic. He had the radio bangers. He definitely had the stripper club music. In fact,
my bad.
No, I think I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but in fact, I was going to say I think he started a new genre of if it doesn't bring in a strip club, it's not a hit.
Yeah, we picking up some feedback from somebody's mic
or TV.
Yeah, but I remember him when he had that joint "I'm Sprung." Then he had "What I'm in Love with a Stripper." But yeah, TPain, he had some hits, man. He was also like a hook man. He did a lot of hook for artists like Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of other cats. I believe he was signed to Akon, right?
Couldn't tell you, bro. That's your lane. You and Andre Sinclair, the historical reference pieces.
Yeah, I think
John Harp can tell us. I know that's John Harp's boy.
Yeah, next person right here, man, celebrating a birthday. A lot of you young cats may not know who this is. Hip hop. They always say I use the word legendary, man, but this is definitely a hip hop legendary producer, man. DJ Marley Marl celebrates a birthday.
Yeah, I didn't recognize that.
Y'all might not know who he is, but he produced a lot of bangers back in the day, man. For Eric B and Rakim, Big Daddy.
Yes, sir.
He's responsible for LL Cool J having that comeback with the Mama Said Knock You Out album. You know what I'm saying? He did that Jingling Baby remix, Around the Way Girl. Was that Ain't No Half Stepping, Paid in Full?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Then later on, I guess he started out as a DJ for Mr. Magic back in the day on I want to say WBLS in New York.
Yeah, the symphony was hot.
Yeah. Then also he was later on he went on to do a show with Pete Rock. I forgot what it's called, man. Yeah, man, maybe I could remind me in the chat room the show that he had with Pete Rock back in the day where they used to play underground joints.
LA in that ass, Beth.
Yeah,
really, they are about 10. There's about 7 minutes and 26 seconds left.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Gary. Marley got to be in his 50s, definitely, man. Probably pushing 60s right now.
Yo, I know he had a big health scare.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Speaking of that, whatever happened with Bismarck? I know that he was hospitalized. Did they ever say anything? Any follow up on that?
Yeah, I haven't heard any updates. I heard a rumor that he was in a coma, but that was just a rumor. So I'm guessing he's in the recovery stage right now.
Alleged.
Yeah, like I said, I get allegedly in the recovery stage. But yeah, what we can say, Marley Marl brought out some dope MCs was in the Juice Crew, man. If you want to talk about Shan, Cool G Rap, Master Ace, Big Daddy Kane. I mean, they were dope. They were dope lyricists, man. But Marley's beats definitely contributed to their success.
Okay.
Well, we got Screwtape in the green room, so about to just go through a couple more of these birthdays real quick. Next one we have right here celebrating a birthday. Y'all know who this is, right?
Mm.
I don't know, but you know what I would say to her though? I would say you look
Heather Hunter.
Oh, Heather
I
Hunter.
mean, she's not a rapper, but
She cute. She cute.
A lot of rappers mention her.
Wow, yeah.
She's a film star, Heather Hunter, from back in what?
Wow.
Late 80s, early 90s.
That's Heather Hunter these days. Look like she saved her money.
New school artist Kaz celebrates a birthday. Hellraiser from Sons of Man, Wu-Tang affiliate, celebrates a birthday. And the late Proof.
That's Eminem's conscience.
Hype Man had a birthday this week. So now I'm gonna bring in tonight's guest. Yeah, I'm gonna let Architect 7 introduce him.
Yo, the next guest we have, man, he's in my opinion, he's like a best kept secret. Like he's got a lot of dope shit that he does. He's a avid sneakerhead. He's worked with Malik B. He's worked with Born Unique. He's worked with Milkbone. If you guys remember Milkbone from back in the days, he's got 2 new projects out. He's for some odd reason 2020. He's just blazing. Not only is he blazing on the album, but he's blazing backstage. He got Soul Provider and another album called Talk to Me Nice. And if you guys tune into any time that I played a lot of joints off the Soul Provider joint. This is Screwtape. What's going on, man?
Gentlemen, I apologize for my tardiness. I was kind of waiting. I didn't want to jump in. I didn't know how this thing worked. I fuck with this show though, man. This is cool. This is my first time tuning in. I apologize for that, but this is cool. I like the birthday segment. I like how you guys got it all set up. I've never been on this platform before. It's dope.
Nice, man. Well, I'm glad that you accepted the invitation, man. I knew I had to get to you.
Yo, listen, I appreciate you did your homework too. I could tell you you really listened to some of the catalog because you definitely mentioned some of the good brothers like you said, Milkbone and fucking Malik and fucking rest in peace, fucking and it's funny as you were saying that I was like looking at there's some of the records behind me. You said Born Unique. Even there's like a Born Unique record back there that was on. Fucking shout out to the homie.
Right. Yeah. Nah, man. I since we started kicking this off, man, I found myself for a long time, man. I fell out of love with hip hop, just the way that a lot of shit was going on, of course, from an MCing perspective. But now that we've kind of been doing this, the passion is back, and I'm finding a shit ton of dope ass artists, and I know we've crossed paths in the past before. So there's a segment of people that I keep my eye on, and I know
there's a bit of a renaissance going on right now. There's like a whole New York wave that's hitting heavy right now, and there's a couple guys in Philly, a couple guys in North Jersey. There's a couple guys out of Toronto, even. You know what I mean? There's like all sorts of Rochester. Upstate New York, there's a couple dudes that are like, like soon to be, up and coming, like legends and like Griselda breathed a little life back into the shit
for sure.
Kind of put a spark under everybody, but like it was always there. I think people just like really started perfecting the format and perfecting how to like market themselves, and like there's a bunch of guys that are now inspired to do it again. So it's really kind of dope to see. You know, there's a good fucking, I can name almost maybe 15, 20 of them, like where it's like, and everyone's putting out a good amount of music. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a little bit of a resurgence, a little bit of a scene going on.
Yeah, and I think that's why we're doing what we're doing now, man. It's like I was telling the fellas when we first started kind of kicking this up. It was almost like there was no in between. You know what I mean? It was either like you was here.
Yo, and that's where I got jaded too. I felt the very same way, and I felt there was that, because of that gap, that no in between sort of situation where it was like, yo, I'm gonna just be super underground forever, and like I kind of had gotten all the accolades I had strive for that meant anything to me. Like I was doing, you know, Malik B asked me to be on his record. You know what I'm saying? So like at that point in the game, when I was like getting looks like that, I was like, man, if I never do nothing further than this, like I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like it was just about respect and having some camaraderie and sharing passion for the craft at that point, and just getting that respect. To be honest with you, just being like, you know, being able to rub elbows in those rooms and just, you know, feel like I belong there. You know what I mean? And that in and of itself was enough. But like, yeah, then there was then it seemed like, you know, things started to turn a corner. You know what I'm saying? Where there was a resurgence. You know what? I think I credited some of it too. My dog just walked in the room. You know what I credit some of it to is like our fan base. Like we all just kind of have reached a level too where we're able to support. You know, when the guys we were trying to rap to in our 20s were all broke and fucking didn't have the, you know. Whereas like I noticed at this age, where I'm like, I could put out a vinyl bundle that's like $100, and a bunch of people bought it, and like I can't imagine trying to do that in my 20s. Like people, I don't know, for some reason, like a lot of my friends at that age were or my supporters were really like, you know, coming straight out of the nitty gritty. So it wasn't like we were, you know, people. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, there's like an aging fan base demographic for, you know what I'm saying?
So
that now has like a little bit of money in their pocket, and they can
and
support it, and
you
they
know
like
what,
love
man?
it because it's nostalgic, and they're like, yo, this shit is what I like grew up on. This is what I fuck with. Not saying that it's not deserved. I'm not saying like Griselda and all them don't deserve the you know what I'm saying? But that's part of it, I think. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you're 100% correct. So it's funny that you say that. So when we look at the shows, after we do the shows and we start looking at demographics, we find that our demographic generally hits that mid 30s all the way up until like 53, 54. You know what I'm saying? So yes, and
bro, it's not uncommon for my fans to be like, you know, 10 years older than me. You know
right.
what I mean? And like, you know, and still be like, and they're the ones that feel it the most. They're the ones that are really like, yo, man, keep fucking doing this shit. Keep, you know what I'm saying? And they're always like even more supportive than say the ones, you know.
Yeah, and then a lot of them, what I come to find out, man, you know, I look at it just from my perspective. I'm sure this probably relatable to a lot of people. A lot of them have grown up, they got families, they got kids, so they can't do the research that we used to do when we was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for us, HipHopCitizen, like our thing is like that segment still exists, and there is, like I said, there's no there's the, you either blowing up or there's the, you know, like you said, serious underground. There's no in between. So we're like,
that's why shows like yours is important, and I always say this, man. And I've been blessed to deal with a couple, you know, like I'm just trying to say, like, hip hop journalism is important, man, and it puts people on to, like, you might have a couple listeners that are, like you said, your demographic is of that, they don't got the, like you said, they don't got the time to really like look around for fucking new shit. And yo, there's so much shit out there now that there's like a ton of disappointment to be had. So basically, like you cut through the fat, You know what I'm saying? And that's what DJs and radio stations and shit like that always did. They were the ones that kind of like, you know,
Yes.
they loved it so much they'll listen to 1,000 fucking records and then there's these 10 are fucking fire though. Like we're
Yes.
gonna play these 10. You know, until program directors and all clear channel and all that crazy shit started happening. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the spirit of it is that. And so that's important that y'all do this. I always try, that's why I try to make time for shit like this, because it is important, man. Without it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, fucking it makes everything better. It makes life better, it makes the scene better, it makes fucking
Yeah. I'm like
it
this.
enriches the
I feel like
packet.
I'm a hip hop waiter, right? I'm dressed up. I put that shit on the platter and I
Right.
bring it right to your door. Say, what?
Yo,
You
and
said there's no good hip hop?
half the shit when you go to a restaurant is presentation. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
exactly it. That's exactly it, bro.
It's the sizzle. My man once told me he was talking about how, you know, when something comes out and how it sizzles on the plate. He was like, it's all how it sizzles, man.
That's it.
You know, that was his way of putting some sauce on it. But like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it's true, man. And that's what I'm trying to say about this new resurgence too, is that like these guys have found a way to like, you know what I mean, make it sizzle. They found a way to like present it, put four corners on it, as another friend of mine said it to me once. I was like, yo, I did a couple things different on this project and it's getting more well received than the last. And he was like, oh yeah, you know, you put four corners on it. And I was like, oh, I never even thought about it like that. Like four corners, like framed it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I was like, what's the four corners then? I was like, yo, I did a good mix on this. It was a better mix than I had ever, you know, it was like I learned some new tricks. And you know, so a good mix is like a foundational corner, right? Then you got good art, right? That's the foundational corner. That's the second corner, right? Then you got promotion, right? You got to have a good like way of promoting it, or actually just promoting it, not, you know, losing steam on it. And then on top of all that, without promotion, without a product is like the fourth one. You know what I'm saying? Without a product, it's not you know, it kind of, you don't get to reap the benefits. I noticed that like and also like just having product in and of itself, like when you have a vinyl record or a cassette tape or just some like a keychain or something that you made, some sort of merch, a hoodie,
Right.
having that in and of itself, you know, it makes, like, how am I trying to say, the whole is more than the sum of its parts. It makes it seem like there's a lot more going on than
There's a
really
tangible
is.
and there's a tangible item that
And
is,
and
yeah.
they're right there. So one, you get some financial gain to it, but two, like, yeah, it puts something out there in the world that like creates establishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Right.
establishes you. Somebody's wearing that hoodie. Somebody's got the artwork on their wall. Fucking somebody, you know what I mean? And like, it just, every little bit of that you throw out there and seed the world with that kind of shit. It fucking it ultimately gains some momentum. You know, it snowballs or whatever.
Right. So
That's my thoughts on that.
I know I saw a lot of single videos and what have you, but it seems like 2020 you've kind of ramped it up, because you've got the Soul Provider joint, you got the Talk to Me Nice, but there's another one floating around out there that I saw the other day. You got another EP, right? There's three.
There's not so Talk to Me Nice and Soul Provider were the only two I dropped this year, I believe.
Okay.
There's a couple other EPs and like things floating around from years prior, and I really just been kind of like like you said, and that I was kind of for more or less in the jaded space where I was like just putting shit out here and there just to like keep saying, just not that it's bad, you know, but it wasn't my best, and I just was just putting it out sporadically, put it that way.
Right.
And but like, so this is more of a concerted effort, put it that way. These last two projects have just kind of like, the one really started on a bet. OT the Real hit me and said, you can't do an EP in a fucking week. And you know, just, I kind of think to just get me off my ass. I thought he was just starting some like quarantine challenge or something, you know what I mean? Trying to get people to like do this thing. But he was just like, nah, I'm just, you know, just trying. He was trying. I was like, bet, your beat, fucking $100, let's go. He still owes me, by the way. Fucking no, but he did all the skits on the album. If you didn't already already know that the sole
Okay.
provider
The
project.
joint where he wrecks the car.
Yeah, that's all OT the real. And yo, he came up with that shit on the fly. I only came up with the idea to do an answering machine skit on the first song because I was like, I said something about leave it at the beep, and I was like, yo, oh, that would be dope. Put an answering machine skit like on the old hip hop albums, you know, like have somebody call in.
That shit seemed like a real call to me.
Yeah, well, yo, so I hit O and I was like, what do you think of the idea? Because I was at first like, who should I get to do it? I was like, oh, what do you think? Like, I wasn't sure he was gonna be down or, you know what I mean? It was kind of a goofy idea. He was like, yo, don't answer your phone. Fucking hang up, don't answer your phone. And fucking just called me 4 times and fucking left me these messages like it was like the Jerky Boys meets The Wire. Fucking,
right.
Some wild fucking like skit that like I don't know how it was beautiful and it really
I'm like, bro, he wrecked the car.
Punctuated the album beautifully.
He wrecks your fucking car. Or no, he goes by the cops. He thinks he's gonna get pulled over. He jumps out the whip, leaves the whip, jumps in the water or some shit.
He floated down the
and then asks you to borrow $200.
More money, yeah. Like, bro, he's at the Burger King bathroom with my dog, fucking, because he was outside. He was locked outside. It was you know, we call him Tupac Zach. Fucking, he's no, was spectacular on that, and I can't thank him enough for like, you know, and like it's like that little shit. He put a little spark on it, put a little charge in my battery. I was like, all right, let me like, and among other people, you know, my man Ice Rocks. I had a project on that we have done and finished, but it's not dropped yet. But we have been working on it for like years, just because I'm a lazy piece of shit and fucking so so yeah, like that had been weighing on me for a while, and then got on me, and so I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm just kind of like, let me see what I can do, and so I've just been dropping these EPs, and I got a couple of them lined up. I got a joint with Manhattan from up in Manhattan, fucking my boy Manhattan Mayor, fucking I got a joint all entirely produced by Sadu Gold featuring Al Divino. I got the Ice Rocks project, which is a full length, and that's featuring Benny the Butcher.
Ooh.
And that's about all I can really say. Oh, and the joint with Jazz Soon, who is
Jazz Soon is nasty,
yeah, bro. He's nasty, fucking, and he also is a really dope individual and fucking gets super down with the fucking vintage clothing shit, man. I didn't even know, man. We linked up over at like Suplex in Philly, and they just opened a vintage store right down the corner from their sneaker store. And they were trying to like stock it with like official shit. And Jazz was like, yo, come fucking meet with me, man. I'm telling you, I got dope shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't know what he had. Yo, the bull got the craziest shit. He's got like, you know, G Money $1,000 fucking Grateful Dead t-shirts from like the 70s and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got crazy shit. Fucking
hey, yo, we got a question.
Yo, go ahead.
We got a question from John Harp from Atlanta. He asked, do you think good hip hop must be super lyrical?
No, not necessarily. So I subscribe to the fact that like there's a time and place for everything, and there's all types of music, and there's all types of hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's like if it does what it's supposed to do, if it does you know what I'm saying? If the song sets out to make you feel this type of way, and the MC accomplishes what he's supposed to accomplish on the track and kind of gets that groove across to you, then that's dope to me. Like, you know what I mean? That's art. That's the science of it. That's the fucking, you got to respect that, whether it's fucking super lyrical or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I think sometimes people tangle themselves up trying to be super lyrical and don't really make a good song. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But
that's why I do the talk to me nice shit, because like I try to talk and not be all like people expect. You know, I don't know. Sometimes you know, you get like they expect you to rap all fast or something because, you know, I don't know. So I try to
Screwtape. You know, Don Wanamac here, brother. I hope all
is well. How you?
Hey, listen, so going back on the same thread of about super lyrical, do you have to be super lyrical? You were featured on Duck Down Music, right? Were you once signed to Duck Down Music?
No, so I was never signed to Duck Down. but I do have a couple, good friends over there. And
Page
shout out to
one.
Duck Down James and fucking Mr. Green was working with them tightly, and fucking Aubrey Green's a good friend of mine as well. And they all, it's a small world over there when you get down to it. And I was blessed with an opportunity or two to like get on records with like, that's how the Malik B connection started happening back then. And, so it was just,
In
it was
class
cool.
with Pace One,
I
right?
got to feel like I was like rocking with some legends that, who were, people I grew up listening to, but I was like right on the same projects and shit. So it was definitely a good look.
Yeah. I was just listening to one of your recent hits, Exotic Pets, featuring Fast Lights, also produced by True Mentalist. Walk us through some of that, man. I mean, you don't look as lyrical as you come across. I can see why the question, was put out there, but you are kind of a lyrical, or
absolutely. But it's about less is more. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant pauses, comedic timing. There's other ways to be lyrical other than syllable, filling up syllable space. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what the whole Talk to Me Nice concept was about. Is like, how can I really just talk to you slow and really, you really kind of catch what I'm saying, tongue in cheek. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really more Sly Devil wittiness and stuff like that kind of maybe catch your fancy, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to like wow them with the flow or something. And it's more so, so yeah, I mean, there's definitely it's on Exotic Pets. I say some wild shit like robbery, strong arm, I could roof a cotton ball. You know what I'm saying? Like even that, just one bar alone is like, if you break it down, it's pretty ridiculous. And then the shit that I rhyme cotton ball with, you really could, it goes on for a good 10 bars or something, and it kind of shifts and if you really want to, nerd out about it, because that's how I do, the way it fucking, it kind of, it's like slant rhymes, basically, is all I'm trying to say. And it kind of works its way into another flow. I fuck with that verse. I really do. Sometimes, sometimes you just knock it out the park. That shit just happened that day. Fucking shout out to Fast Life. He came through the studio here and we laid that here.
Go ahead, Juan. You're about to.
No, yeah. And not only do I see Duck Down, I see some nice class with Duck Down, but you also got a Snow Goons. How did you get across? What's your relationship with the Snow Goons?
They fucking crashed here many times. Like fucking when they come to Philly, they fucking come hang out here, for a night or two usually, and fucking so like met them through Reef. Reef the Lost Cause, shout out to my man Reef out of Philly, fucking the sound of Philadelphia himself. And I get, Reef's a good guy, man. And he just probably had put in a good word about me, and they had heard me, I guess, through him or something. And we me and Reef were actually on the last project together with the homie from up in Rochester, Mooch. Fucking and actually did a joint with Locksmith as well. Fucking speaking of lyricists and such, on the project before that. So yeah, no, they've given me some great opportunities, and they're killing it over in they're for those who don't know, they're like a production group from over in Germany, and they're really known for that 90s hip hop sound. You know what I mean? That classic boom bap production. So they and it's usually quite as hard as nails. They got some dope shit. So
so we got a question. We got a question in the chat. My man in Spanish, he cut himself. He's in the house in Spanish. He wants to know: have you ever worked with J.R. Payne?
I think he's referring to R.J. Payne.
Rain Man.
Yeah, R.J.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a whole trip, because a lot of us remember Rain Man from the battle rap scene, especially in Philly. And then to see that he's RJ Payne later, it's like, oh shit, yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, and he's super dope. and my boy Gary is like the biggest fan of him, and
Me too.
I think he's super dope with the pen too. And I'd love to work with him, but I've never, like I said, I'm a piece of shit, and I don't really promote myself too much, and I don't reach out as often as I should to people, because I try to like do it organically. I try not to like just be like reaching out, like, yo, we should work. You know what I mean? If it don't
Right.
make sense, it shouldn't be at that moment. So I'd rather, I do shit like pretty organically. So I don't know. Maybe one day, if these things start taking off, then these next couple projects really get things spinning, then I will maybe reach. I have a few artists in mind that I'm going to reach out to for the next round of projects, and he's definitely on that list.
So how are these 2 EPs doing for you, man?
Decent, yo. Fucking like considering, yo, it's kind of crazy. Like during both releases, crazy shit happened in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like as soon as I dropped fucking Soul Provider, rest in peace, George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And the
Right.
whole world, you know, attention shifted, and I couldn't in good conscience really even promote my project. I just let it, you know what I'm saying? I had to just chill with it. And even so, it sold as many vinyls as I had ordered. You know what I'm saying? Which was a very small batch. Don't. It was a very small batch, but they sold.
Don't be
And
shy.
fucking, it did good. It did good. And then same with the Talk to Me Nice. So yeah,
Well,
it was
believe it.
fucking.
We've been pumping that shit. We've been pumping both of them joints. I generally do. I'll pop up out of the blue after I do my digging and
Bro,
find all the shit. And I was rocking uh Ready on the Left,
oh
Ready on the right.
the Amsterdam joint.
Yes, that joint. That's my shit, bro.
That's gotta create. There's gotta like crazy verses on that for sure, and that beat is crazy. And that's a really, really old friend of mine that produced that. Fucking one of my oldest like hip hop friends from fucking. He's from Chicago. Fucking came out. I met him when I was like 15. Fucking. Anyways, yeah, old friend of mine that produced that. So fucking
So you had several different producers on that album, on that
on that
EP.
one on Soul Provider for sure. Yeah, that was all. That was Level 13, Bob Lee, Mike Slugs, and motherfucking Ice Rocks.
Okay, so let's take a couple steps back. We've jumped ahead. We kind of like where you at now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you ad lib Sensei Star.
Yeah, Sensi Star.
Who and the redhead, Ginger.
Yeah, that ginger. Fucking my boy Red Thomas, man.
Yeah.
Red Thomas.
So
There was a whole gang of us, man. It was like Boogie Mandela, Slaughter Rico,
Ghetto.
Ghetto MC for sure. He was a founding member of Sensi Star.
Okay.
Fucking motherfucking Tab, Expo. But yeah, fucking.
So everybody's kind of doing their own thing at this point. I know.
So yeah, Smoke Sessions got raided and fucking the whole shit. Fucking Jay started Burger Bar and fucking Burger Bar is now like, kind of main focus on that. Everything kind of just like dissolved into doing its own thing. Expo is super focused on Warehouse on Watts in Philly. He's like running like a creative space over there. And fucking Tab is like creating all sorts of crazy music as he always has been doing. And fucking Ren is getting married and fucking Ghetto getting married and fucking, how it goes. Like life is
Yeah.
life. And fucking it was crazy fun while it lasted. We did a bunch of shows together. And like it's always Sensi Star, but like I don't really like, I don't bring it up like too much in the music the way we used to. Fucking we don't fly the flag as heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you.
But yeah,
So,
it's always been love, and they showed me so many like opportunities. Like we did so much little touring through the whole fucking Northwest, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Adlib, he got us a lot of shows. Got us a lot of opportunities to like see things I would have never seen, just because we were, yeah, it was good.
No doubt. So the you also do shirts, hoodies. Don't you do some? You do some. I see
Yeah, I
some
fuck
graphic
around with
work.
all that shit, man. Look, so my grandfather was a tailor. I got the you probably can't see the fucking scissors on there, but and so he taught me how to do little bit of everything, kind of. So I make hats. I've designed hoodies. I get my buddy to embroider them, with the design that I'll draw or whatever. I've had shout out to the homie Mark. Fucking, he'll like, I get all them like hand tie dyed. I don't like buy like regular tie dye hoodies or whatever. We just
Right.
do them and make fly different colors and shit. And yeah, fucking yeah, like, or the one design I did was "We love your customers" instead of "our customers." Like on the hangers. That was from my grandfather's store, because he had a dry cleaning store and a tailoring shop. And all the hangers would say that we love our customers, and I just flipped it and put a Y on it.
Okay.
We love your customers. You know what I mean? If you don't treat them right, we will. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So we got a question in the chat. They asking if are you influenced in any way by Harlem, namely the Diplomats?
Yo, I love Cam. Are you crazy? Yeah, of course. Cam's the king of that talk to me nice shit. You kidding me? Yo, fucking Jewels as well. Fucking Jim Jones. Yo, I fuck with it all, man. I was on a lot of drugs when that era was about, so I don't like. I missed on so much shit that like I only remember certain stuff, so I had to go back and like peep the real, like how dope Cam is just crazy, bro. Fucking so anyways, fucking all right, so put it this way, Purple Haze 2 got a lot of play in my fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Like when that came out, I was like, this shit is fire. I don't care what anyone says. I'm playing this shit. The beats were crazy. He was talking that shit. I just like, that's definitely my idea of like, I don't know. He was telling stories. He was fucking, he was killing it. I fucking Killer Cam for sure.
So outside of Cam, what would you say a lot of your influence was based around?
Oh man, a lot of underground shit. Cause I was like, I came up under like, yeah. So like, let's see. Influences is tough, man. I take a page out of every book. I try to, like, if I were to like point at a couple, I fuck with Doom, and that's what I mean by like on some underground shit. Like there's some underground dudes that like have definitely like, there's something about their mystique or the way they like phrase shit that really just kind of, I think I try
like
not
a
to
Cool Keith.
I try not to emulate it, because I don't want to like. Y'all always came from we came from the era where like you definitely didn't want to sound like a copycat. Being a white dude too, like you don't want to like, I couldn't. You definitely didn't want to sound like Eminem or fucking anybody that, you know what I'm saying. So I always like gravitated towards dudes that had that like kind of unorthodox like, you know what I'm saying, witty like sort of style, and it made me, anyways. So yeah, guys like that, fucking. But yeah, as far as like mainstream shit, that like, guys like Cam and fucking fuck. I'm trying to
You
think
listening to new shit?
So like one of my favorite albums of all times, which is like I fight with anyone about it, like Diggable Planet's Blowout Comb.
Okay.
To me, that's like a perfect rap album. Like I'll listen to that all day long. It's got like, it's just, yeah. I got weird taste. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm everywhere with it, my damn self, for real.
Right.
I don't think that I'm a hip hop head. Don't get me wrong, but I'll switch real quick. I'll be riding down the road on some jazz, switching it up.
Absolutely, and that's the funny thing. It's like I don't like, especially at that time when you're jaded. I wasn't listening to much rap at all at that time. I wasn't listening to much music at all. I don't know why. And I notice when I do, I make better music. I get inspired to make music. But for some reason, I'll just be riding in silence sometimes, and it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I catch myself doing it. And I'm like, why? Why am I like this?
Do you find yourself while you're driving in that silence thinking of wordplay, thinking of
Yeah,
words.
sure. Sometimes, and that's the funny thing is I'll have a notepad full of like little what do you call them? Not misnomer, one non sequitur, one liner, fucking bar, 3-4 bars here or there. Like I got pages and pages and pages of it just that I add to all the time. And that's how I'll pull from that when I'm writing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, yeah, a lot of time I don't. It's terrible. It's because I don't hang around as many creatives as I used to, and I'm not in the studio atmosphere, and I'm not around DJs and radio people that like put that shit in your face, like, yo, listen to this new shit. You're like, yo, I can do something like this. This is dope. All right, fucking, I don't know. It's good to be put up on new shit, and I feel like that's something that I'm bad with. I'm not really like I said, I'm bad. Like I'm just not good with putting on music when I'm in the house. I'm like, why am I sitting around in silence? I could be like, people love music. I got all this music around me, and I don't put it on like it's crazy.
So
I don't know if anyone can relate to what I'm talking.
Ooh, who's that? Well, so we got a couple callers that are calling in. Let me see, who's this? You gonna bring him in, Juan?
Fuck nigger, bitch.
Oh, look at that. Somebody's pranking.
Yep.
Somebody's a dickhead.
Hey, how you doing?
Fucking assholes. But yeah, so you're saying everything that you're doing right now, you're doing totally independent. There's no label behind you or anything.
Yep. Yeah, I just I funded all myself and fucking it's kind of like I said, it's been decent. Like I don't really I wouldn't say I really lose money. I don't spend a lot of money except for like on the vinyls were expensive, but I fucking recouped, and so and yeah, same with hoodies and stuff like that. It's it's all good. Like if you ever had any other type of store and like sold other thing, like it's good to have like a couple things and a couple options, and it's like the more between having a vinyl and a hoodie and a fucking t-shirt and a print bundle. Shout out to PQ, a dude that did all my art. Fucking yeah, you know what I mean? It really helps. The money comes in dribs and drabs, but it all comes in. You know what I mean? You get them little fucking distro kid checks and the fucking CD baby checks and the fucking little, $20-$30 checks here and there.
Every bit helps, man.
It all helps. And then some people, the real ones, support on Bandcamp, and they buy the full, instead of streaming it, they buy it like straight out, pay $15 for the project or whatever, and fucking
right.
That all helps, man. It all adds up.
No doubt. So as far as the video work, who do you generally get to do your video treatment?
So the last shit we was that I was like popped out on my Instagram or whatever from this last project, I just did myself, and but mostly I would used to go to my dude Wayne Campbell and fucking Jeff Leck, JL Jupiter, fucking but Jeff is like going on to do crazy things with like a food blog, and he's like doing really well with his YouTube channel. So it's been a while since we shot a video, but Wayne Campbell is like my for sure go-to, and he shot videos for so many people. If there's any hip hop people tuned in from which I'm sure you are if you're tuned in, forget your hip hop people. But people from the Philadelphia area, if I say Wayne Campbell, if you're like an artist, you probably know who I'm talking about. He may have shot a video for you. He's out there where he kills it. He's really dope and very consistent and fun to work with and fucking easy to work with.
Okay, so now I mentioned when we first brought you in, you're a sneaker aficionado, but you have a favorite sneaker. What is that favorite sneaker? I know you got a shit ton of fucking shoes, bro.
Hold on, I'm looking for it. Fucking give me 1 second. I mean, it's an Air Max 90, fucking but a triple white, but fucking it's nothing special. It's just something I wear every day. Fucking hold on, give me 1 sec.
All right. be real, y'all. This is real as it gets right now. We about to look at some sneakers. Yeah, big time sneakerhead.
These are my pride and joy, though. These Jones are fucking.
Okay.
Where's my? There we go.
Okay.
These are the para.
How many
Cherrywood.
pairs of those do you have?
What's that?
How many pairs of those do you have?
Oh no, these are you shit. Ha. No, yeah, I wish I could afford multiple pairs of these.
No, I'm saying the 90s, that particular style.
The 90s, yeah, this is the Air Max 1, but fucking the Air Max 90s, I don't know, probably 30 pairs at the moment, but I had it's a sickness. Fucking, I like design them fucking on Nike ID, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Fucking, I don't know, I play around with different colorways and shit like that.
Okay.
I can't get the camera right.
Shit, that shit matches the album cover from Soul Provider.
Little bit. The one, oh no, this one does. The fucking.
Got you.
Anyways.
Yo, Michael Mitchell in the chat room said, "What is that, velvet?"
What is that, velvet? What is it, velour? It's velour. Yeah, no, they're the texture on those cherry woods that I showed you. That's what makes them quite unique. And there's only 256 pairs in the world. You know what I mean? That's like a.
So do you flip them or do you keep them?
Oh, absolutely. I fucking both. You know what I mean? Like that pair I'm aiming to keep, but if I needed to flip it, it's like I could probably get 4 stacks for it.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's ridiculously rare. It's a very, very rare sneaker, and it's sought after by like the most, insane Air Max collectors ever, because it's how rare it is and who the collab was done by. It's done by an artist that's pretty, well known in that world.
Yo, so somebody in the
over
chat
95s all day. Except for I'll rock a 95 neon. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got some sneaker people in the fucking in the
yes, sir.
Like so, like, damn. I mean, do y'all want to see some stuff?
Yeah, shit. Why not? Give us the exclusive. See, he got some fucking shoes. I'm not well versed, but I just know you got a lot of fucking shoes. Okay.
The Sakai joints. Damn, I fucking
give him the single camera, Juan.
Mangled that shit. Got the Atlas pups. These just dropped. They didn't even motherfuckers don't even got these in hand yet. These are an official sample. Look, you see the sample thing in there? Can you see that? Nah.
Yeah.
See it says sample?
Yeah.
That's straight from fucking these pups.
Oh shit. Okay.
The fucking Dumb Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, Don Juan got his own shoe. He wants to show you.
Hey, Screwtape.
Hey.
I was wondering if I could just show you my shoe collection, my sneaker collection.
Yo, please. Let me see.
Yeah. So I got the 2020 joints, right? So mine's are like the 2020 Goodyear.
He got the
a couple of paint splatters on them.
Bro,
but you know what I'm saying? I promise you I paid less.
He got the thong hiker. He got the thong hikers.
He got the dad bod 2020s.
I love it.
Hey man, some people are jealous about the buckle here, man. I even got the plastic buckle.
The plastic buckle. I love it.
Yo, hey, so
it's all listen, and that's what I was joking about. It's like, really, I have all them joints, but I'm gonna show you what I wear every single day. Is these right here. This is literally my favorite sneaker of all time. Is this shit right here. The triple white Air Max 90s, they were released this year with the low profile mud guard. I don't know if you see how the mud guard is like low. Side, it's like way lower than it used to be. Anyways, that's some sneaker nerd shit. But these are a great sneaker every day. They fucking stay clean. They don't crease like a fucking Air Force One. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dope little white fucking tennis trainer. You know what I'm saying? It looks great with anything any outfit you put on. You can't tell me different.
Hey, so John Hart from Atlanta says, you got any threes?
What, Jordan 3s?
I believe that's where he's coming from, right, Hart?
Yeah. I got here's a pair right here. Fucking.
My man got shoes on the coffee table. Look, yo.
It's retarded, bro. It's retarded. Hold on.
Shoe shit, bro. You got more than 30 pairs. What you talking about?
There we go. Here's some flamingo joints. These shits are crazy.
Damn, son. Look at this shit. He got a shoe showroom.
These are slept on pairs. These are the Hirachi. They made the Air Max 1s with the Hirachi colors. Fucking crazy. I got the chlorophylls. These are part of that Pata collab, the Para collab. These Jones.
Ooh, those is fire right there.
Crazy. She crazy too. Hey, baby girl.
He got some pussy on a pedestal.
Uh-huh. Where it belongs. Okay, let's go.
Damn, bro. How many years did it take you to get all those?
A couple. Fucking, they come and go. You know, you buy some and you sell some, and fucking, this is just. I've actually been offloading quite a bit of them to acquire some of those higher ticketed items because they just hold value better. It's like stocks. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to like get rid of a bunch of stocks. Because you buy them on a whim. You're like, this is cool, and then you're like, I don't even like this sneaker, and then fucking. So it's better to get rid of it while it's still worth something, and then you put all that money towards fucking a sneaker that's fucking gonna hold value better.
Red October.
Nah, definitely not. Yeah, they're crazy. They're definitely a holy grail type item.
Okay. Sure. So now, have you sold any of those sneakers to press vinyl?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could say that some of the money has, gone to, it all. There's several revenue streams, so it's hard to keep track of it all. You know what I mean?
See, y'all, this is fucking hip hop, y'all. HipHopCitizen bringing you fucking Screwtape's shoe collection and discussing selling shoes to fucking push out vinyl. Do y'all understand that shit? This is fucking hip hop as it gets. Thank you.
I mean, totally impressive. I'm impressed. I was just going to ask you, what do you estimate the shoe collection to be worth?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't like thinking about that because, like, there's other priorities that have probably
You don't have to answer that shit.
Yeah, it's a fucking, like I said, it's a sickness. I'm not even proud of it.
Stop asking what the man's got in his pocket, damn it.
No, it's not even like that. But yeah, I mean, it's over. It's
what's in your wallet.
I mean, you see how many shoes are there, and those shits aren't even worth anything. But at least the ones of some of the crazy ones, I don't know. Probably at least 20. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? At least, but like that would be like if I had somebody come in and probably like offer me a buyout. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'd get more if I like sold them all off individually over time. You know what I mean?
Yo, so one of the somebody in the chat room said his ball and chain won't allow me to have more than 3 pairs.
Yo, that's definitely a thing, man. A lot of my homies have to my shit is obviously at a point where it's ridiculous, so it doesn't even matter at this point. But
you think you're at hoarding status at this point?
Exactly. And I'm trying. I'm trying to get rid of it. That's why a lot of shit's out because I'm trying to list it and get rid of it. Again, but a lot of my homies have to do things like, hide the box. And
I remember them days.
They put the sneakers under their bed. Oh, these were from years ago. I found these.
Yeah. The bullshit excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
So,
one quick question, Architect. Because I've learned that Screwtape and I we're both shoe connoisseurs, and I was just going to ask you, does your closet smell any kind of way? Does it smell like new shoes, or does it smell like used shoes? I mean,
that shit looks like his living room. That don't look like a closet.
Yeah, that's exactly. So it's kind of like it's kind of
It's grown outside of the closet.
Yeah, there's definitely a closet and it's got a few Air Max 90s in it, but yeah, for the most part, even that's diminished. I got, like I said, I've been kind of downsizing on it, but there was a point where I had like, it was ridiculous. I had them in every color and then in different sizes for in case I was like wearing shorts or if I was wearing jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you have to go a slightly smaller size if you're in shorts because it looks kind of funny if they're like too loose or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm retarded.
Do you have OCD?
With,
Do you
yeah,
have
with
OCD?
just it's like with just sneakers though. Like not too many other things in life. I'm pretty like it's just weird. Yeah, it's a weird thing from like yeah.
Faizuno said he learned something from you. He said, "Not from now on, when he gets new shoes, he's gonna say, honey, look what I found in the basement.'"
Man, look, I'm just here to help, bro. The first one's free. Look, I got more, fucking, but that's the way to do it. I'm telling you, you got to just play it off like
act like you found it
I
and
just
shit. Why
found
these
it.
out
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, right. Why are you? Yeah.
So
You gotta make her find them. No, that's bad because then it could. Yeah.
nah. Then she's gonna be like, "Why are you hiding these from me?"
I was trying to like reverse psychology it, but no, that's not gonna work. You can't trick a trickster.
All right. So you a shoe connoisseur. So I got one more question. You also you a smoke connoisseur.
Sure.
What you smoking on right now?
My lungs kind of sore. You know what I mean?
What you smoking on right now?
Some shit called Animal Face.
Okay.
And it's I believe animal cookies mixed with some shit that would give them the reason to call it face. I don't know. But it's definitely like a cookies kind of I fuck with that kind of shit like GMO fucking Girl Scout
So
cookies.
you more of an indica guy or a sativa?
I like them both, man. If you got a good sour, man, I'm fucking smoke that all day long. Fucking, you know what I mean? And I'll be, I'll be that kind of high for however long. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that runs out. You know what I'm saying? But if it's some really good fucking, cookies or indica or something, whatever, I'll smoke that too. Fucking, I don't really, prescribe to one or the other.
Yeah.
Fucking,
For me, man,
smoke
I
what's
get
good.
if I were to smoke, my anxiety would spike if I touched sativa. So
I do a lot of people like that, man. Trust me. It's you're not alone. That's definitely like a fucking that's definitely a thing. You know what I mean? Are you like a heavy smoker or just like an occasional?
no. So unfortunately I can't smoke, but I know just I have a history of having smoked.
Yeah.
But because of my current situation, I can't. But I do know that sativa is more of an upper.
Right. Well, so I always tell people this too, because like a lot of people don't even know that like if you really look into it and look it up, like all of it's kind of bullshit. Nobody really knows what's what. Like this shit's been crossbred so many times since the 70s, like when they were bringing indica plants over from India and shit, fucking
Right.
and like crossbreeding them to make hybrids and stuff like that. Like we don't have an example of what a true indica really is or what a fucking sativa is. So, but that doesn't mean that certain ones don't have certain effects. And if you have smoked one that was, particularly an upper or whatever, I guess that, it's definitely going to still have that effect on you. But yeah, I try to tell, because some people get so very picky about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, my line of work, it kind of gets annoying after a while. It's like, dude, it's all the same, man. You're just playing with yourself.
Right. You're just trying to get somewhere, damn it.
Yeah. No, but and I think I'm one of them people that's like I believe that a bad trip is a good trip. You know what I mean? So like,
So you'll never go
have
wrong.
that kind of reaction. You're supposed to be like getting through that. I don't know. That's just me.
Right.
Not that I'm wishing panic attacks on anyone. I know that sounds terrible, fucking, because I know they're not good, but fucking that's usually when I just smoke some weed.
Right on, man. So we've had you about an hour, man. We're reaching about the time where we about to part ways, but Where can everybody find you as far as your social media, band camps, all that good stuff?
Yo, so my Instagram is Screwdini with a K, SKREWDINI. Screwtape 84 on Twitter, and fucking you can find me on YouTube. Just search Screwtape, SKREWTAPE. And same Bandcamp, but it should come up in Google. I guess it's just Screwtape at bandcamp.com or whatever them links are.
Yeah, and definitely go support, man. Hit the Bandcamp, and I'll be honest with you, man. Bandcamp is gold for me. I love Bandcamp. There's so much dope
They
shit
make
there.
it easy to organize your merchandise too, man. I like sold my merch bundle through Bandcamp this time instead of doing it through my Instagram, like my DMs or whatever. And
Right.
It's so much more organized and so much easier to like mail this shit out when it came to fucking,
Right. No doubt, man. Well, I want to thank you for stopping through, man. Good luck on the new projects, and also, man, don't be a stranger when the new projects drop, man. Make sure to let us know when you plan on doing that, so we can bring you back on and help push, man, for sure.
Definitely. I'm so glad we did this, man. For sure. I will definitely keep you posted. And yeah, likewise, stay in touch, man.
No doubt, brother. I surely will, man. If I'm in Philly, I'm gonna come check you.
Yo, please do.
All right, brother.
I'll catch y'all.
Have a good night, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yeah, that was Screwtape. What an insane, a real life sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that was I knew he was a sneakerhead, but I didn't realize he was that much of a fucking sneakerhead. Lord.
Yeah, like when he turned around and you saw them on the coffee table, then he went into some other room where it was just
Yo, I know if I got any questions on some Air Max, what is it, 90s? Yeah. I'm gonna have to give him a ring.
I just know, man, that has to be a single guy, man. I don't know any married man that's allowed to have that many shoes to pick. Man.
Yeah, and then you figure if his lady likes shoes, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough go, man. Some of the bills ain't getting paid.
When you married, you gotta buy yourself a pair and you gotta buy your wife a pair. So
yeah, right. One for me, one for you.
Yeah.
And that's just the closet.
No, but no doubt, man. Anybody that's watching, man, all you guys that's watching that Bandcamp, go check him out, man. Screwtape's got some really dope shit. YouTube, some of his older stuff. Like we champion the culture. So
yeah, man. Shout out to Screwtape, man. I mean, it's good to see somebody else like the Air Max 1s and the Air Max 90s. You know?
And I didn't realize Harp had John Harp got sneaker dude. We have to have John Harp on here and show his sneaker collection. Sound like he might have some too.
Yeah, John Harp's a sneakerhead. Sounds like.
Yo, and anybody in any third world country that wants to like battle Don Juan over who has the better sandal collection, please hit us up.
Hey, offensive comments to the third world or dialects alone.
Yo, them sandals need their own page.
What's up? You keep turning the camera on and off, man.
For some reason, there's a short in there. I got to get that thing fixed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. So shout out to Screwtape, man. Definitely check him out on Bandcamp and check out his links. You should be able to find it in the description.
No doubt, man. Hey, and LA is up 2-0. Thank you.
Oh, they up 2-0.
Hey, who was it from Arizona that we had? That was we had the we were betting on who was going to be in the finals. Homeboy from Arizona.
Yeah, I think he said he thought it was going to be. I don't think he said Miami. He said Toronto.
No, he did. He did
and
say
Clippers. I think
he said Heat and LA Lakers.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was right. I think he called it because I didn't know that homeboy was injured.
Who's that? Jimmy Butler?
Nah, with Milwaukee because I thought
Oh, Giannis.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was injured, so that blew my shit out the water. But only thing that matters is my Lakers are going to do it again. People are going to hate, tell LeBron don't deserve it. He did this, he did that. Okay, whatever. But anyway, where we at?
Cool, man. We had hip hop album anniversaries. Yeah, don't get me started.
I see how I switched it up on you real quick, right?
Yeah. So let me jump into album anniversaries.
I hear you, Hart. I hear you, Hart. My homie does the Tesla stock, and he says it tends to stay pretty solid for him.
Yeah, man. So the first album we got celebrating 20 years. Shine released his debut album, self-titled debut album, Shine.
You look so down.
Yeah, man. I mean, that one, the first joint he had on this was a banger. The joint with Barrington Levy.
Yeah.
Bad Boys. And he had Bonnie and Shine. Yeah, man. But of course his career got sidetracked because of the incident that happened in the nightclub with Diddy, J-Lo, shots being fired, and him being locked up, then deported.
Yeah, he became a Hasidic Jew. Well, he is a Hasidic Jew, right?
Yeah, and I think his dad would turn out to be the prime minister of Belize. So what a good time to get deported back to Belize when your dad is the prime minister.
That's right. Isn't he involved? I thought he's like running. Is he running for office in Belize?
Yeah, he's running for office too.
Yeah.
Wow.
He could become the next prime minister of Belize.
If I'm not mistaken, people could correct me in the chat room. I believe he goes by Eugene Levy now. That's his Jewish name.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll get you in the office for an interview when they see that resume. And Thug Life celebrates an anniversary, the release of their debut album. Believe it was back in the 91. The only jet, of course, this is Tupac's group. Which Tupac and his brother Mo Preem Shakur. The only joint I remember off of this album was Cradle to the Grave. Yeah, I don't know how many other Thug Life fans we got out there. But do you guys remember where Mo Preem got his start?
No.
He was actually the cat that rapped in that Tony video. It Feels Good.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was Tupac's brother that rapped on that joint.
Shit, I thought that was one of the members of the damn group.
Yeah, word. I ain't into that. That's Gems. Where's my gem button? Gems.
Yeah, it's another cat, man, I heard about, but I don't think I ever heard a full song from this dude, man. Spice One celebrates an anniversary, released his second album back in the 90s. 187 he wrote.
You don't know this?
Nah, I mean, explain Spice One to me. I never heard of the cat.
Me neither. That's how I just figured you might know because your dialect 718, bro. Come on, man.
Nah, I never heard about Spice. I mean, I heard the name. I never heard his music, man. It was a couple of brothers back then. Spice One.
I was gonna say he's legendary. I know the name is legendary, but yeah, I couldn't recognize where his fans are at.
It was Spice One, Brother Lynch Hung. It was a bunch of rappers back then that I really didn't listen to like that. And this was one of them.
Yeah.
And celebrating anniversary, Method Man and Redman released their first album together as a group, Blackout.
Yeah.
This was a hot joint, man. I think the first single they had was How High. That was off the. Was it what
How High
what soundtrack was on? Was it? No, not How High the movie. I think it was the Backstage soundtrack. One of those hip hop movies. Maybe the show. Maybe it was on the show soundtrack. Yeah, let us know in the chat room what soundtrack that How High was on. But this was a dope album, man. This was one of those super groups I didn't think would work, but it actually worked out. Because you had two MCs from two different crews, Redman from Def Squad and Method Man from Wu-Tang Clan. And normally, Wu-Tang artists only rap with other Wu-Tang artists. But for some reason, like I said, this worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I you know what, Dad? Like I remember being in Vegas, Caesar's Palace, and ran into both Redman and Method Man, and they did an impromptu performance. It was kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? Kind of crazy, actually. Ran into them by accident. They started performing.
Yeah, man. Slept on Blackout. That was a hot album, yeah. Shout out to Meth and Red. This album right here, man. If you are a hip-hop fan, somebody I would consider a real hip-hop fan, you gotta like this album and you gotta love this group. I know Seven knows this album right here.
Man, that shit man. That album still gets placement in video games.
Man, yeah, the beat itself, man, that shit lives on in infamy.
Which one?
It's not even a single, it's just the album. He was referring to 93 Till Infinity.
Okay.
But you know
That's
how
when
you
you
know,
lost.
but you know how you know this crew is dope when Eminem was talking about how him and Andre 3000 used to exchange text messages, and they used to recite Soul of Mischief lyrics from this album. So that's how you know this album was very inspirational, man. I'm just saying, 4 members of a crew, all of them were nice.
Yeah, that's when you lost is my joint on that one.
I mean, I like the Never No More, Take Your Time, 93 Till Infinity.
That's the one I remember for some reason.
Never No More. I don't know if I said that before. That joint was bad too.
That's because you was listening to the new Madonna album.
Hey man, Madonna can get you. Never mind.
And it wasn't, and these guys were a part of a bigger crew, man, known as Hieroglyphics, led by Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Casual was a part of the group.
Yo, Casual still does it.
Yeah, Casual was
He's
dope.
still nice with it.
Del, who was Ice Cube's cousin, he was like basically the guy who got the whole thing started. But man, Souls of Mischief, man.
What Eddie?
Lyrical geniuses, man. I mean, dial up 7 digits, call her her man's midget. Plus, she got friends so I could dig it. Here's a 40 swig it. I know it's frigid. Had to chill him in the cooler, break out the ruler. Damn. I'm like, lyrics, man. I'm just, dude, you know me. I love lyricism and I love flows, man.
Yeah.
And these cats from the West Coast, man. I'm talking about, I know we was in New York talking about this album saying, yo, what part of New York these dudes from? They're like, nah, they from the Bay Area.
Yeah, Frisco. So yeah, there you go.
In fact, that was almost like when you started kind of seeing the shift. Like there was a moment in time when that Bay Area kind of held it down for hip hop for real.
If you think about it, man, they produced a lot of hip hop greats, man. They produced a lot of artists that were unique. Like you had Richie Rich, you had Drew Down, you had the Loonies, you had Too Short. And all these artists were different. Like nobody sounded the same.
As much as a lot of the heads out here used to hate E40, that was my man.
Yeah, E40. Then also, like in the underground, you had Planet Ages from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
A lot of dope. I think Locksmith too was from the Bay Area. So yeah, Bay Area produced a lot of dope MCs, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Souls of Mischief, man. I just wish they had a better career, man. Because I think after this album, the whole Hyro crew, I think like, you know, they fell victim to hip hop going through that drastic change where the South started to take over. And pretty much like in the late 90s, they just became underground after that.
Yo, and I think that kind of leads us to what the discussion that me and Screw was having. Being able to bring that aspect to light, because there's a lane right now. I think a lot of heads might get offended when I'm playing certain joints and I'm like, I don't want no trap. And it's not that I don't respect what those guys do, or it's just they got a lane. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like our lane needs to be created. This lane needs to be open. And I don't want no mixed signals with the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just feel like today in hip hop, they just push the same sound, the same style. Back then, you know, you could listen to a cat like Domino from Cali. You could listen to like Warren G. Then you could listen to like Bone Thug. Then you could listen to Wu-Tang. And it was all different MCs, but you know, all of them got equal rotation.
But yo, I think that was music, period. Like even like, you know, and I guess we're showing our age at this point. But when you start talking about like radio stations, you could tell what group was what, because there was mad amounts of hit songs, but everybody had their own style. Everybody, no matter what genre you speak in.
Yeah, man. I just feel like now it's pretty much all the same thing, you know, with the exception of like J. Cole and Kendrick. And I do feel to like some extent they got similar beats, or they sound similar to me.
Oh, somebody said dialect. Do you spit? Do you got rhymes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I used to back in the day. I mean, I still could do it, you know.
Yeah, it must rub off after a while, I guess. You say you used to.
Nah, I mean, I still do it, you know.
Hey, throw those emojis up if you want to see dialect spit some bars. Throw those emojis up.
Yeah, Biden was illegal back in the days.
That's true.
This album right here, man, one of my favorites from KRS-One, his first solo joint, Return of the Boom Bap.
That album right there. Was that his first solo joint, or was it the KRS
I
One
mean, pretty
self-titled?
much all Boogie Down production joints was a KRS-One solo album.
But I mean, when he used his own name, wasn't it the KRS One album? When it was like,
this is his first solo. Was just KRS-One without Boogie Down production.
but then he had an album that was titled KRS One.
Oh, I don't think it was this one.
What's the feeling my attic? Get the automatic. Disrespect from MCs. We're not gonna have it. Stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, man. But yo, my favorite joint on this album right here was Out of Here. That was produced by DJ Premier. You didn't even realize how much joints DJ Premier produced back in the day.
The joint when he did about the blunt. I'm a blunt, getting smoked, then I can't wake up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Then he had Sound of the Police was on this. And KRS-One was also behind the boards on this album too. He produced a lot of the songs on this joint.
Yeah, he did a lot of the other older joints too.
Yeah, they had Showbiz was on this. You know what I'm saying? So he had some good producers on this. But this album right here, man, loved it.
Oh shit! Emojis is coming up, Dialect. They want to see you throw some bars up, man.
Uh-oh.
Challenge coming on. Throw those emojis up. Dialect can spit some bars.
Yeah, I do like Architect 7 and probably release a joint, man. I'll release a joint for y'all.
Hey man, I was just doing that to, get the ratings up, man. Boost the channel a little bit.
Yeah, man. So yeah, young cats. This is not Kanye West Pops. This is Curtis Blow, man.
Hey, bro.
Released his first album back in 1980, man.
Yo, my first rap concert, straight up.
Your first rap concert?
Yeah, no doubt. My first rap concert, man. They're playing basketball.
Oh, that was my jam right there.
Puff out the back.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
Yeah. It was Curtis Blow had that basic style. He was the East Coast version of Too Short.
You know what? Curtis Blow is about 60 years old now, and he is a minister, and he's doing his thing in gospel rap. He's dropping his second album drops this week. In fact, it's a gospel rap album. 60-year-old Reverend Curtis Blow.
Yeah, well, you check it out and give us a book report on the next week, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. I had one of those, one of those thoughts like, hey, what does Curtis Blow up to? And I just did a random search, and that's what he's up to.
All right,
damn.
Clovis Burrow is so much better than Boom Bap.
John Harp trying to troll. He got the troll hat on.
Real talk though, I'm with John Harp on that. Shout out to Atlanta.
Nah, B.
Stop lying.
You can't put Houdini up against Wu-Tang.
Hey, but I will say, why does Houdini get mentioned when you start talking about old school groups? Houdini was nice, bro.
Who kid your friends?
Yeah, Houdini, UTFO,
Yo.
Whistle.
Man, come
I don't know
on.
if y'all remember Whistle.
Yeah, we're gonna whistle, and this is true.
Yeah. They became an R&B group later on.
Yeah,
that's a conversation starter, John Harp.
Yeah, but I guess Coogee Rap came out, but Coogee Rap is the beginning of Boom Bap, right? Coogee Rap, Rakim. That's the beginning.
Oh man, that's tough, man. Yeah, John Harp, you might have a good argument. There might be a good argument.
All right, wait, Jeff. You was never a Curtis Blow friends. I mean, remember the Fat Boys is out back then. Fat Boys. I mean, they was on tour together. That's how I saw Curtis Blow and the Fat Boys.
I was a kid when he was in that Crust Groove Posse joint when he comes out. Oh, yes, Sean.
See, here's what I like, right, about that era. This is what I like. So, like now, right, you'll have like Lil Wayne, Lil Jon, Lil whatever, Lil, right?
Yeah.
So you had the Fat Boys, but they said, "Yo, fuck that, with the Skinny Boys." You know what I'm saying? It was like they do it the total opposite way. You know what I'm saying? With the polar opposite.
Yo, that joint's a classic. I'm a hoe. I know you a hoe.
That's Curtis Blow.
What else? Houdini in there, right? I think that was Houdini.
Yeah, that was Houdini. Yeah.
Yeah, that joint was dope.
The Freaks Come Out at Night.
One Love.
5 Minutes of Funk.
Friends.
Yeah, Houdini was nice, bro. They got slept on. Sorry.
You know what my joint was, man? You got a big mouth. A big mouth.
Yeah.
Yo, come on, man.
Yeah, Houdini was
all right. Okay, Harp. All right, Harp. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I give Harp that. Yeah,
I give you that.
Then you had UTFO with Roxanne, and Cole Wanna Be With Me.
Yo, when Roxanne, I remember, of course, the radio was like really where you had to get it at. And you know how you catch the song And then you hear like it would be towards the end, you'd be like, damn, I missed that. I missed it. That shit was hot.
Then you had Africa Bambaataa with the Soul Sonic Force.
Mm-hmm.
Push me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Billy Mel was a beast, man.
Shit.
Billy Mel was a beast, man. Yeah, I think John Harp got a point there, man.
And guess what?
Yeah, John Hart might have beat us down on that one.
Forgot about Stetson Sonic, man.
Yeah,
That's a Sonic,
man.
Hey, John Hart, remember, they all dressed the same, too, to the Atlanta guys today. They all dressed like Future. Or Future dressed like they did. So that's why he's the Future.
Well, with halter tops and shit?
Yeah.
Tight leather pants.
Let's just be honest, man. Curtis Blow is like, I think, one of the first MCs to get a record deal or put out a single. You know, but I don't really have any quotables of his, man, other than yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. He was one of those.
What basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Come on.
Yeah, listen, man. Sport and court is two hard words to rhyme right there, man. I'm knocking him, you know, man. He paved the way for
but yo, it goes back to what Screw was saying. It's really about the style, right? So like it could be the most simplest of rhymes, but it's how you present it. Yeah, he said they had uniforms, bro. Them jokers be dressed up with rhinestone cowboy shit.
Yeah, Curtis Blow used to look like an R&B singer. I didn't know the difference between him and Billy Ocean.
In fact, bro, that could pass for Billy Ocean. That's how you got to make a meme. I'm gonna tell my kids this is Billy Ocean.
His name from doing blow.
See, I bet he was a real gangster back then.
He was selling blow.
Yeah.
And I think, this is the guy who got Russell Simmons in the game too. I think Russell used to manage him.
Bring it up right now, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Through the Congos go on.
And these are the Braves.
Yeah, man. And this right here, this album came out, this Jay-Z joint, I believe, September 29th, 1998, which was like a day where a lot of albums were released. And this was the first one. It was Jay-Z Volume 2. Hard Knock Life. I think this is the album.
Man. Y'all are old as shit, man.
This is the joint that put Jay-Z over the top right here, man. It made him a household name, I think.
Well, you know why? There was a big void in hip hop at this time. You had the death of Tupac, you had the death of Biggie, and Jay-Z came out with that Hard Knock Life sample from Annie Boy. It was over.
I think Jay-Z gets a rough deal when it comes to that, because a lot of people are like, yo, if Biggie was still alive.
I think Biggie, nice. Jay-Z was on his way. Yeah, let's not come on. Don't be fooled. Like if you look at the history of the things that he did prior to when he started finally, like he was working, he was putting in work. Like, don't sleep on that.
And Jay-Z was putting in work on like some dope albums. Like he was on the Big L album. He was on that Big Daddy Kane. What was it? Show and Prove.
And you got to remember too, like there's time in like back in that time, you had to make rounds. Like you had to put in work. It wasn't you didn't go and jump on Facebook or Instagram and have it at your fingertips. You had to make that move.
Yeah, man. Some joints on this one right here was Hard Knock Life, which was a big hit of his.
Like I said, that's your
Jigga What, Jigga Who, Can I Get Her, featuring Ja Rule in the Mill, produced by Irv Gotti.
Hard Knock Life killed this. Hard Knock Life carried this joint. Like I said,
yeah.
What do you think they spent to clear that sample? That Annie shit?
Back then, probably not much. They probably didn't think, he was gonna make a lot of money off of that. So he probably wasn't much.
See, there you go, John Hart. I was telling dialects of New York, dude.
What he said? Nas was in New York rap at that time.
Facts. Facts.
Nah. That's right after Biggie and Tupac died. You know what I'm saying? It was a big void, man, because you had the East Coast and West Coast beef. It was kind of like shit had died. And Jay-Z Hard Knock Life.
I'm biased to Jay-Z because I'm from Brooklyn. But when Jay-Z dropped that, man, where I'm from, I was like, yo, that shit right there, man. Because people say Jay-Z, they always compare him to Biggie. But I was like, yo, Jay-Z held his own, man. I mean, Jay-Z was a lyricist, man.
And a writer, man. Yeah.
Like I said, and he was one of those guys that had lyrics and still managed to have commercial success, which is hard to do. And, especially when you had the South taking over.
Nah, but, Harp has a point, though. He does have a point because it was written, was still running at that point in time.
Man, nah.
Yeah, it would drop to 97, but the singles off that album was pushing hard. He followed up. Yeah, I think John Hart might be onto something on that, too.
So you think It Was Written was better than Volume 1?
I'm not saying what was better. I'm just saying what was thriving at that point in time.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, people forget, man. Jay-Z was doing this thing, man, and you got a lot of young cats saying if Biggie didn't die,
Yo,
you know, I was like, that's what your dad said.
Yo, you
know
don't want me to say what I feel about that, because everybody will think of like, yo, he's just trying to start something. But
I know what people say,
Say what
bro, you don't have 2 albums and you're the greatest ever. Sorry, that doesn't happen.
And remember, this is the joint where Jay-Z cried out that New York was soft ever since, saying Biggie was killed off. And that was true, saying? And he came out with that joint. This was that joint that kind of gave him a little bit New York, that little flag, a little bit to push forward with hip hop.
Yo, and Jay-Z took shots at Jay-Z took shots at Tupac when Tupac dissed him too. He didn't back down. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I know for a minute there, Jay-Z and KRS had some subliminals going on.
Yo, Jay-Z had a lot of beefs, man. LL.
That's what happens when you on top, man.
Ice-T.
He was like LeBron of hip hop back then.
And that's what I like about Jay, man. He came out of Brooklyn. He came out in that boom bap era that John Harper's talking about with Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Still relevant today. A billionaire. And he's never been whack, man. He's never did anything whack, put out any whack songs, man. It's hard to do.
Hey, Streets Was Walking was a whack album. You know what I'm saying?
Streets is watching.
Streets is walking or Streets is watching? How the hell the Streets gonna walk?
Streets is watching is not whack.
That was a whack album. You know
Come on, bro.
That was a flop album.
That was a dope ass album, man.
That was a flop. That was a flop album that didn't reach platinum status until he had several albums later.
Oh, here you go. You're doing your best David Simonism impression. The shit got to go platinum for it to be dope.
But no, that was a whack album. That was a whack album. That's when we had the camo thing, and saying.
Oh man, we got a raid. This is our first raid on Twitch. Shout out to Liquid Courage, man.
Yo, shout out to
raid, man.
Shout out to Twitch, man. You need to get on Twitch if you ain't already on Twitch.
Yeah, man. So
what up, Twitch?
We talking about Jay-Z's album, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Definitely, man. Definitely a hip hop classic. And
hey, hold up. Was Features watching the joint that he did the mini movie too? It's like where they you remember they caught the dude out in front of the hotel. He did like almost like a mini movie. Yeah. Juan, you bugging, bro.
It was hard. Friend of foe? Come on, man.
Yeah, you bugging, bro.
Z boy was a beast, man. He's still a beast to this day, man.
Oh man. Yeah,
another album that came out on the same day, man. Black Star released their debut album. The group featured Most Def and Talib Kweli. This right here,
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Follow me now.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. This right here, classic album to me, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Was it Definition, Redefinition?
The whole album. The whole album. From start to finish.
My joint was Brown Skin Lady.
Yup.
That joint.
Brown Skin Lady was off the hook.
Yeah, man. I mean, and people underestimate these two MCs, man. Most Def and Talib.
Agreed, Harp, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, at that time,
John Harp's up in here raising hell.
Yeah.
I know John Harper's gonna like this next album is gonna come up. Get that one ready. Boom.
That's a classic.
Outkast released The Coming Eye.
That's a classic.
There you go, John Harp. Atlanta, stand up.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Where are viewers from Twitch coming from? Calling out from? So shout out to Twitch, man. Appreciate the rating.
Everybody in Twitch, man. We got Carmack 22, who didn't have that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I had that one, but
I didn't have that. You must be from the South.
Yeah, so rep that ATL.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, there is no doubt that Outkast is cemented as one of the greatest groups to ever come into hip hop. There's no doubt. He said close, Idaho.
Welcome, Idaho.
Yo, so Jeff Anderson, what joints were on this one, man? I'm trying to remember. Was it Jazzy Bell? I think that was on this. The joint they had was Slick Rick. Was that on this?
Was it You, Me, and You?
Nah, that was.
Which one was on? Which one was that on?
It was the AT Aliens. That one I remember.
Hold up, I'm gonna pull it up. Hold On, Be Strong, Return of the G, Rosa Parks. There you go.
Rosa Parks is on that.
Jazzy Bell.
Yeah.
I remember Jazzy Bell, man. And was the joint with Slick Rick on this?
The Art of Storyteller.
Yeah, when Andre 3000 was dressed up like Eddie Monster.
Yeah, no doubt, Michi. They definitely transcended.
Miss Jackson? Okay. This was a hot album then.
Did it? Was that Miss Jackson was on that joint?
Yeah, Miss Jackson. Yeah, this one was a banger.
Nah. Y'all, I'm looking right now.
Quimini was dope too, though. Quimini, that shit was hot. You know what I'm saying? Hard to say that.
Greatest hip hop group ever.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I would say
no, you know what? I'll say that.
Greatest hip hop duo.
Not over Wu-Tang.
I wouldn't say greatest hip hop duo. I'll just say they're the Outcast. They're the Tribe Called Quest of the South.
What about Machiavelli? Yeah, Machiavelli's dope, man. Oh, that was Stankonia. I agree with you. I think Jackson might have been Stankonia. So the next album, man, this album right here was, I think, the first album where Tribe Called Quest started working with Dilla.
Man, this joint right here,
the Love Movement.
Yes.
Yo, this joint right here. Woo.
I don't think there was ever a whack Tribe album.
Yeah, this one had Stressed Out. What was the other joint?
Come my way. Won't you come my way? I can't remember the joint. This one's a class. This had Hot Sex on the Platter. It actually had it actually brought back some of the Busta Rhymes.
The Booty.
Yeah, the Booty. Mm-hmm. I remember the tracks like 2, number 7. You know, so I remember them joints off
and my favorite joint off of this was Rock Y'all. When they bought some underground MCs on this.
The Oh My God remix.
They bought Punching Words, Punchline, Wordsworth. Jean Grey was on this.
Man, Punching Word, man. What the hell happened to them?
Yeah, so they brought out some underground MCs on this, man. I like that, man. Definitely a classic album, man. Like I said, this was the first time I think they were working with Jay Dilla. The legendary Jay Dilla.
That's right. Jay Dilla.
Next album, celebrate anniversary. Public Enemy. Apocalypse 91. The Enemy Strikes Black.
And they just dropped a new album.
Yeah, man.
Yo, is this the one by the time I hit to Arizona?
I think so.
Or Blaze is Still? Not Blaze is Still, but damn. I got a letter from the government.
No, that ain't in there. Hell no. That's their very first joints.
Oh, this might said it's the last album when they broke up.
No, I think he was talking about the Q-Tip, the Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, the Love Movement. Yeah, that was.
John Hart, talk to us, John Hart. We need you, brother.
Yeah, man. So that's it for album anniversaries, man.
Yeah, Virus was on that one album.
That was damn Q-Tip solo shit.
That was a solo joint.
And what was crazy, like I always say with Tribe, man, we didn't realize watching them as kids that Q-Tip was the one producing most of those tracks. Because back in the days, everybody always assumed the DJ was the one doing the production.
Yo, the ill shit is for me, as far as a production tip. Not that I didn't think he was the dope producer, but when he showed up on Nas's album, producing on Nas's shit, Nas's first album, that was incredible to me.
Yeah, then he had a Mobb Deep joint. He had I think Drink Away the Pain.
Mm-hmm.
I think he also produced Just Step, if I'm not mistaken. The one featuring Big Noid. Yeah, man.
Yo, motherfucking Twitch in the house. What is up, Twitch?
Man. Shout out to Liquid Courage, man, for the raid, man.
Hey, speaking of Twitch, man, just so everybody's aware, music for as far as music, we're gonna start making that jump over. We got DJ Rags, our resident DJ is gonna start fucking blowing that shit the fuck up. So get ready.
And all of y'all here for the first time, this is like our weekly wrap up show where we go over hip hop birthdays and anniversaries for the week. We also go over hip hop news stories. And the first one we're going to talk about was Royce the 5'9", having an issue with the BET Awards for not being nominated for Lyricist of the Year.
Yo, not for nothing, but I've, in my opinion, I've given up on those sources.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't understand the anger behind it.
And you know what? Go ahead, Don.
No, I was gonna say, I don't know. Is anyone really checking for Royce the 5'9"? Isn't he an old head?
Hey, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Have respect, bruh.
Yeah, and to be honest,
Royce the 5'9" is nasty, bro. He's one of the top dogs out there.
Lyrically, his skills is dope. The skills is not what's in now.
Shut up.
yeah, to be honest, I mean the people that they have on the list that are the nominees is Big Sean, DaBaby, Drake, J. Cole, Megan Thee Stallion, and Rhapsody. And the only two I take issue with is probably Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby. Not knocking them, but I don't think they fall under the category of lyricists.
Fuck out of here.
I don't think they fall under the
I'm never
category.
gonna be that nice. I'm gonna say, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Well, let's back up. What's the category again? Is it lyricist or
lyricist of the year? And I always
of the year?
A lyricist is different from a rapper to me.
Hold up though, of the year. What else has Royce the 5'9" been doing all year?
And thank you, Carmack 22, for real, 100%. Who gives a fuck about those awards? Those awards are a fucking shit show. Period.
I agree with you.
Fuck that. Sorry, I'm cursing a lot. I'm passionate about this hip hop, and I just don't allow anything to be considered lyricism.
But I guess Royce probably figures that he paid his dues for 20-something years. Running with Eminem as his hype man, and since the advent of the internet, I guess he probably feels that he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? So he felt like he should.
I mean, in my opinion, yes, he does deserve it. He does deserve it, but he shouldn't be concerned with it, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you have somebody up there like J. Cole. Of course, he's a big name. Drake is a big name.
Listen, the last two
is a big name.
Sorry, bro, my butt. I'm just feeling
like said, Rhapsody is pretty much underground. So if she's on there, why not put Royce on there? Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. The last two Royce the 5'9" albums are fucking classic albums. The Book of Ryan, the Book of Ryan is fucking out of this world. And you're talking about, it's not even just like your old boom bap class, the bullshit that people would use as the excuse. Like, there's radio playable joints on that album. You know what I mean?
Well, did he drop one in 2020? Was Royce's album dropped?
Yes,
the whole album? Okay. Well,
he dropped the Allegory.
Yeah,
the Allegory is the classic.
It was good. It was solid. It was solid.
But also, I mean, if Royce is upset, I think the members of Griselda, especially Conway and Benny, should be upset because them guys pumped out probably like 20 albums between the two of them.
Hey, listen, that new West. Speaking of that West Side Gun album, I ran through that shit twice today. That shit is amazing, and I'm not gonna front. His earlier shit, I was like, but this new shit, the last few joints that they've dropped, fire.
And then the thing is, he manages to pull in like a Black Thought.
Yeah, how you get Slick Rick on a joint?
I didn't even hear that.
I
know he had Data Kits on there. Because I didn't get past track 3 because I kept rewinding the one with Black Thought all of the all the time because that shit was so fire.
Yeah.
Them cats should have been up there too, man.
Yeah, no doubt. But back to Carmack's point, it's like we're our own civilization at this point. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that. I believe hip hop heads, we are our own civilization, and we don't need BET or MTV or any of those big high price commercial areas telling us what the fuck is what.
Yeah, like I said, with the internet and streaming, like who watches BET anymore anyway?
Exactly. First of all, who's your A&R? A mountain climber who plays an electric guitar.
He don't know the meaning of dope when he's looking for a student tie rap that's cleaning in the bars.
Right. That's all you got to know. Yeah, no one cares. Exactly, Carmack. I 100% agree with that. And I haven't since I've been into hip hop. I understood what the dynamic was.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like, back in the day when, like, say, a Mos Def and Talib Kweli would get snubbed for Lyricist of the Year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This kind of like in that. But I guess Royce's point, he's been doing this for so long, and now he's finally getting some commercial recognition. So he thinks he should just be on the list. They should just throw him a bone. That's what I think. But then again, Eminem wasn't on it, Lyricist of the Year. So he's
but I think some people, as far as like, it's like any other industry. You know what I'm saying? Like out with the old, in with the new. If you've got enough time in, they're like, okay, time for something new. They're going to find a way to work you out of that so they can bring the next joint in. It's kind of like boxing when Bernard Hopkins was still whipping everybody's ass at 45, 50 years old, busting everybody's ass. They would judge him out of the competition, even though he whooped that ass the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they do.
Ooh, John Hart, man, taking shots. Griselda's issue is they have 0 songs we will be rapping in 5 years. No classic, just like Royce.
Yo, you know what, Harp? I'm going to say this. On the front end of what they've done, right? I didn't listen to it. But as they've been more and more consistent, and this is a conversation that I had with a homie of mine, if you build it, they will come, right? So the more and more consistent you become, you have no choice but to listen. So in my opinion, they're still young at it. They've got their body of work is incredible for them being as big as they are at this point for a short amount of time. If they continue banging what you're looking for as far as the ones who are going to be rapping in 5 years, and that's also, you know, to the ear, right? Whoever's listening, I might be saying a few joints, you know, in 5 years. There might be a few other ones that's not, you know what I mean?
But I got a question for y'all. Do you feel like groups like Griselda is just overkill? Because I feel like this is West Side Gun's 6th album for this year. Because he just had an album out like a month ago.
Yeah, well, this is first on Shady, right? This is first album on the
right.
Okay.
So and that's my thing, right? So as you become more consistent, you're gonna get those songs. You know what I'm saying? You got no choice but to level up. Yeah, and you're right, Carmack. I agree with you. As a matter of fact, a lot of the old dogs and big dogs are still putting out shit. You know what I mean? So if you know, you know. That's all that matters.
Yeah, man, I guess I'll put Drake in the category of a veteran right now.
Of a what?
He's been doing it for over 10 years. I think Drake is considered a veteran right now.
Yo, listen, man.
And he's on there.
Say what you want to say about what he's doing now, but I know what I heard before he hit where he's at now. So, and he's respectable. As far as lyricism, he's respectable.
Of course. The same thing I would have to say about Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? And I think they got it right. I just say with Megan Thee Stallion and the Baby, I think they're more party rappers, and they don't fall under the lyricist category to me.
Like, I think
they got it right with J. Cole and Drake and Rhapsody. They got it right.
I don't know. I think they deserve on the list. Royce the 5'9", yeah, work harder.
Because if that's the case, I think Conway should be on there over Royce, and Benny the Butcher should be there over Royce too. I'm just saying, because based off of the body of work they put out this year.
Yeah, I don't know. As far as if we go one at like mano y mano, I don't know about all that, but I'm not here to fight that battle. But all I know is that Royce shouldn't be worried about BET. Fuck BET.
Of course. BET, MTV Awards, Grammys. Shouldn't worry about any of those, man.
Viacom, who cares? It's corporate gold.
Yeah. As always. Yeah, in fact, the rumor, and I won't even say a rumor, I'll say from a good source, was that MTV specifically, when it came to Yo MTV Raps, specifically would change the time that they put them on over and over and again, almost to like sabotage what they were doing. So if you remember back in the days, their time slot always switched up. So they were and you got to remember, at that point in time, they had to fight to get Michael Jackson's Thriller on fucking MTV.
I agree. Why are we talking about Big Sean more? I agree with John Hart, man. I just heard their brother's album. That is a hot album. Why don't you guys give Big Sean more credit?
Yeah, and Captain Kill, that is true, man. I find a lot of people are dropping a lot more singles and EPs. That's like the new thing they're doing now.
And you know what? I'm not even against that. As far as the singles, if the shit is dope, the shit is dope. Right? Whether it's one song or EP or album.
Yeah, the greatest thing I heard this year was probably Ransom's joint he did with Nicholas Craven.
Right.
That was a fire album. That was only like 6 joints.
Right.
It was fire, man. But yeah, let's jump over to the next story, man. I believe this was a story shared by Don Juan, hip hop legend and great Master P. I guess he now goes by Uncle P now. He took it to the next level, man, and he released breakfast cereal. You know, you can have it any time of day, not just breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, this is right in line with what Master P does. I mean, this is the guy who brought you No Limit Records. This is the guy who brought you Rap Noodles. This is the guy who bought you rap snacks, and now he's bringing you hootie hoos.
Uncle P's hootie hoos.
Uncle P's hootie hoos.
Check on that.
That's right. And apparently, though, this is all the rage, and I haven't gotten around to him, but hey, saying I say go for it. P says it's all about social economic improvement. He talks about Uncle Ben. He said that Uncle Ben signed his IP away for $50. Then he talks about Aunt Jemima. He says, why not have a role model to look up to, and who better than Uncle P? I think he got a point, Dialect.
But if you ask me, man, it just looked like he just reading some other cereals, man. Like you got Honey Drip Hootie Hoos, which is just Honey Nut Cheerios.
There you go.
You got Tropical Fruit and Marshmallow, which is just a mashup of Fruity Loops and Lucky Charms. Then you got Cinnamon Apple, which is just Apple Jacks. So he kind of he just kind of slapped his name on cereals that already exist.
Yeah, and it's funny that you make that observation, Dialect, because you're not alone. I mean, look at that box, for example. It looks a lot like Kellogg's emblem, and you're right. Fruit Loops, Cheerios, it's all the same thing. So, I mean, is it really different? And you're right. To me, I think it's a great thing for Master P and the social and economic improvement initiative. But to me, I don't know, Dialect Architect. This is like a big copyright suit.
Yeah, shout out to John Harp, who said, P stay giving us on healthy food. And Carmack 22, same cereal, but supposed to be different. I agree. This ain't nothing but Honey Nut Cheerios, Fruit Loops, and Lucky Charms together, and Apple Jacks.
Yeah, and some people even make the distinction between the characters being as a South American character, and I'm going to butcher the name, so I'll yield to you out there in Colombia. I know you guys know best. But even the animated cartoon characters are supposed to be some representation of some famous childhood cartoon animation. So,
I already caught this. You know who this is? This is like a character from back in the early days who we don't remember. Chili Willy.
All right, so hold on. I'm gonna take a different angle.
Chili Willy in different colors. Remember the penguin Chili Willy?
Yeah, that's exactly who it reminds me of.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take a different angle on it, right? Yes, it may be the same cereals, but why wouldn't you support Master P cereal over Kellogg's?
Well, like I said, it's the same cereal. I'm just saying, what about intellectual property?
This goes into buying power. Power in numbers, right? If you're gonna go spend your money with Kellogg's and buy the Fruit Loops and all the other brands, if Master P is bringing you the same thing, why not spend your money with him?
Well, all I'm saying is this, Architect. There's a copyright infringement. It looks like me. Look at the Uncle P's. Doesn't it look like the Kellogg's font?
It does.
I mean,
but it doesn't say Kellogg's.
However, their intellectual property rights is a guaranteed right in America in our Constitution. And
where does it? How? I don't understand how they can get them.
Well, so there's a couple of things we don't know. By the way, I like how he has that box open. I didn't know you could open box. Did you know that's the way you're supposed to open cereal boxes? The way Master P is holding it. But who knows? As far as we know, that's from Kellogg's.
Break that down. How are you supposed to open it?
Well, if you notice how the box is open, that's an open box. Most of us, when we open up a cereal box, we rip the shit open, right? And it's all look like somebody bit it open.
Yeah.
But the way you're supposed to properly open a cereal box is just as he has it right there. That's an open box. You kind of fold it up with the triangle arch at the end, and there's a way to close it. If you know how to do it, you know how to do it. But
bro, so you just must be hungry a lot. Tearing up, I don't know. I saw it
on the Facebook meme.
You lost me.
Back in the days, I used to buy those little boxes of cereal. I didn't know the actual box could turn into the bowl. Like you could cut it down the middle and pour milk in it. I didn't know that shit, but
Joe, I think that's just a jerry rig. But Micah, what's wrong with the name Hootie Hoos?
Hootie Hoos.
What's wrong with it?
Well, what's Michael's druthers with the name? But look, I'm gonna tell you about the name. All right, so the name, there's a story behind the name in itself, right? So the reason why they came up with the name is because it goes back to 1988. You may remember Master P's group called True. Do any of you remember True? Dialect Architect?
Yeah, I remember True.
True was Master P's brother. It had I think
the Real Untouchables.
Well, Silk the Shocker. It had the who's his other C Murder and Master P, and they were a rap group called True. And back then they had a song called Hootie Hoo. So this is actually a I guess what you want to call it, reflection of their past hits. So Hootie Hoos is probably a family thing amongst the brothers. So he's going back to his roots.
So I'm just saying, to the opposite side of the spectrum, if we're talking about creating our own lane and supporting and getting away from the major industry brands, if he's got the same thing, if he's got Fruit Loops, if he's got Lucky Charms, why not support Master P's version versus Kellogg's?
I get it. Get diabetes from Master P or get diabetes.
Right, exactly.
Here's the thing is, but you gotta start young, because as adults, we grew up on certain cereals, and your brain is already programmed. If you're looking at, say, for instance, this tropical fruit cereal, you're automatically gonna say, I'd rather get Fruit Loops. You know what I'm saying? But if you catch a kid at an early age and start them off with Hootie Hoos, that's all they eat is Hootie Hoos. It's kind of hard.
It's like McDonald's fries.
Correct, because we grew up on different cereals, so we won't. Your brain is programmed not to mess with anything new.
Hey man, look, I don't know about you, but I have siblings, and I remember arguing over the cereal box. Can you imagine arguing over, you ate my Hootie Hoo? What? You ate my Hootie Hoo?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it tastes good, but I just say, like me, I'm just programmed. I've been through so many cereals in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last thing I want to do is try something new.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking at it from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fruit mix.
Do you want a box of Tricks or a Walmart bag of fruit mix? Yeah, I'll take Tricks all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would take Fruity Loops over tropical fruit and marshmallow. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
Hey man, I just want the sugar rush is what they're saying.
Hey man, kudos to him, man.
He's trying to get into a new lane, but like I said, you got to start with the young kids.
Yeah,
the adults, we already setting our ways when it comes to cereal.
Yeah, but he's absolutely right, though. He's on the right path there. The entrepreneurship is where to go. Mm-hmm. And, you got to do it.
And ES, man, what was up? Chili Willy wasn't a jerk.
Somebody's angry. Somebody had their cereal pissed in.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Nicki Minaj. Had her first child this week. Her and her husband, Mr. Petty.
Woo! Hey. Woo!
Is there going to be a prize in the box? Yeah, man. I miss the days of prizes and cereals, man.
There's going to be a big, fat diamond gold chain like the joints they had on his album covers. Carmack.
Now you can get some grills. You can get some.
What Michael Mitchell said, bruh, I will support him when he comes up with something tangible and good for black people. Ooh.
Hey, man. Then they bring you, nah. And they brought you, I got you hooked up. I got you to hook up.
Yeah, and Don Juan, you put a story in here, man, about your boy Tory Lanez. I guess we're going to close out with this story. What was that about?
No, well, Tory Lanez, for those of you familiar, so Tory Lanez hasn't said much about the incident. However, except through song. So this
what incident is that?
Say it again.
What incident are you referring to?
Well, the shooting of the foot. So
alleged shooting, right?
So basically the story is that Sunstar, who was actually Daystar's dad. Are you with me? Daystar is also known as Tory Lanez.
His dad is Sunstar? His
dad's name is Sunstar. So Sunstar was out there making a story defending the son, because apparently the thing is that as we all know, Meg is a victim. She's been a victim of a brutal assault. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't want to be made public, and she shouldn't be made public. But Tory is basically communicating to her through his latest song. And in his song, he talks about, he still loves it. Now, I didn't realize that there was actually a real romance going on. I told you what my supposition was, that this is one of those things where, hey, it was like, it's a pay me thing. But apparently there was this real relationship going on between Meg and Tory. But Tory's not talking except through song. And in it, he kind of says it wasn't my fault.
Okay.
But what was making people upset is that Tory is deciding to get paid. He's monetizing the event. And I guess the question then is that if you're doing it for is this something that you want to monetize off of? Is this something that you should chill and let the system work out? Or should you be trying to get the money and trying to make the money off of it? But now Sunstar says, listen, my son has always talked about his life through song. And so this is no different.
Okay. So did he or did he not shoot her in the foot?
Well, through song, it wasn't his fault.
So, I mean, the thing that a lot of people that I've been seeing kind of on the trending tip of that is that she's lying, because if he did do that, he would have been hemmed up, locked up immediately.
Yeah.
And if not, what the fuck was going on that night?
Well, this is the latest. So apparently, they're saying that because they've had this long relationship going on, secret romance between Meg and Tory, apparently they were leaving, as you know, Kylie Jenner's party or house, whatever, and there was supposedly some jealousy. According through his album, those who've heard the latest album from Tory Lanez, he's alleging that Meg was somehow jealous of Kylie. So apparently, you know, I guess Kylie was gawking all over Tory, and in Tory's story, pretty much that Meg was an outraged girlfriend. You know, she was jealous, and something happened there, and something happened, and the gun went off, and he fell out of his car seat.
Yeah, that was okay.
That was a stretch, but you know, for the most part, that is the latest story that we're hearing from Sunstar, who's in defense of Daystar.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the name Daystar, but now that his dad is Sunstar, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not a religious guy, but I've heard that Sunstar is the mark of the devil, or that's another name for maybe some Star Wars flick or something. I don't know.
Of course, everything's the Illuminati and all that good shit.
Yeah, but shout out to Carmack 22, man. I want to say I remember the sticky octopus things you used to get in the cereal box.
Hell yeah, they fall down the wall, they stick to the wall.
You had the joints that used to glow in the dark.
And that guy became one of the richest guys in America at one point.
I bet you them joints was toxic as fuck too. Huh? I bet you them octopus was toxic as fuck too.
I remember when I was a kid and I saw that, man. They used to look like gummy bears, man. You didn't know if you wanted to eat it or play with it, man. Word, man. But thank you for all our first time listeners, man. Thank you for
yeah, man. Twitch came in fucking heavy. Wow, man. Thank you guys. And we do this every Friday at 11.
Every Friday. And you can also find us on what's that, Monday with Addicted to Jazz, 8 p.m. And we got a Wednesday show. And also we got some other shows coming up. We'll let you guys know what days we come on live.
No doubt, man. We appreciate everybody stopping through. The interview went really well. If you didn't get to see that part, you can watch it in the replay. He showed us his fucking mega large shoe collection, his preferred leaf to smoke.
And Architect, I sold them my mega large sandal too. Pause. All right, but anyways.
Can we get the promo video for the show? Which promo video?
I guess he's talking about that new Architect 7, man.
The Architect 7. Yo, can we get banned for playing our own music? I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't know what Facebook, man.
Yeah.
They fucking banned us for an album cover.
We've had artists on the show like Cellar Dwellers, for example, and they banned us from playing his own music. He's been on our show. So Facebook has been really, really quirky, and I don't know, you know, saying the president's recovering, so maybe things have changed.
The chancleta collection. One set of chancletas.
Last time I had one of those, I had a baby, I think. What's that?
Word, man. Thanks everybody in the chat room for tuning in.
Hey man, thanks for the raid.
As always. Yeah, Liquid Courage with the raid.
Yeah, he said to give a shout out to Diva, by the way. So that's a big shout out to Diva. Diva, thank you. Shout out to you. He said to give a shout out to Diva for that raid.
No doubt. Diva Views laying in the background.
Yeah, shout out to Gary Szynski.
Which promo, John Hart?
ES and YouTube. Eddie Sankofa settle. Eddie, what's up, man?
Hey, play the joint. Play the joint for everybody, man. Play the joint for John Hart. He said we need to do a promo.
Yeah, we gotta play the video.
Can we do it?
The video.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that joint.
Yo, the very own video from Architect 7. Architect, what's the title of the joint, man?
Hey, it's the HipHopCitizen drop, man.
Yo, the HipHopCitizen drop. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? A viral hit, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the videos we drop, this one was an instant hit for us. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna try to get that queued up for you. We're probably gonna get banned from Facebook from playing our own drop. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, man. Everybody on Facebook, just understand music-wise, we're gonna move to Twitch here very soon. So get on that train, man. Twitch is where it's at, man. It's a good community. Everybody's involved, and they don't beat us down all the damn time when we play music. So
yeah, so I'm about to play it, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna need I guess you guys, because I have to like, turn off the filter.
yeah.
To avoid the echo, we just need to be quiet as it plays.
There you go.
Everybody in the chat room, man, give us your feedback when this video comes on. I'm about to jump into it right now.
Yo, throw your up. HipHopCitizen.
Architect 7, baby. HipHopCitizen, let's go. I cook it up. Do the beat, set fire to loose leaf, pursue peach, two speak, cock the hammer to two piece, put you to sleep. Man, y'all cats better wake up. Informants overrunning this game, rocking that makeup, it's horrifying that. We glorifying rats, they taking aim at the culture. I hit the floor and fire back, I won't aim twice, my aim nice. I grew up in the system that this the man and they tricking with game dice. Snake eyes, snake lies, take lies in plain sight. They bad with it bad, man, them bastards ain't right. Snuffing our youth before they produce and take flight. Ain't nothing left to do except fight. Unify, collaborate. We worth more than the average rate. We waiting for justice for getting raped by the magistrate. Profit from prison, they trying to stop us from living. You watch CNN and Fox, you can't rock with the vision. That's a plot for division. Landmine for mankind. Style cop, style out, be controlling your damn mind. And seeing ain't believing, yo, fuck it, my man fine. Then stand blind. But yo, I'ma keep it moving. There's too much room for improvement, supporting the movement. I breathe life while y'all abuse it. This is 99% for the culture, 1 for the music. Y'all talk a good grip, but don't do shit. Yeah, A7, HipHopCitizen. Check us out for the culture.
Yeah, so that's the promo, John Hart.
Yeah, that's the promo we talking about, man.
More to come, y'all. More to come. We about to get on this creative shit too.
Dialect, throw some bars. We'll get dialect and throw some bars.
Yeah, I told Architect 7, man, when he gets a new track. Oh shit, what the fuck happened there? Yeah, just send me that track, man. I'll write 16 to that.
Hey yo, yeah, ES for real, man. Mr. D's, I had to bring him D's. I had to show him D's. You know what I'm saying? All right, man.
We're about to close out, so let's all give our social medias.
Hey, I'm Architect 7, as you can see, at Architect 7 on Instagram, at Architect 7 on Facebook with the 7 spelled out. And add, like, comment, talk shit, call me a motherfucker, whatever you want to do, man. You guys have a good night, man.
Yeah, you can find me at Dialect 718 at on Instagram and Twitter, and you can find me at HipHopCitizen on Facebook and Twitch.
Yeah, and of course you can always find me everywhere HipHopCitizen is, and most importantly, I'm looking for you. Don't forget to hit me up on IG, Don Juan D Mac.
So John Harp says dope. Create a short one and loop it. Yeah, man. Shout out to John Harp.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Harp, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody dropping in. Big up to Twitch. Man. See y'all next Friday. Don't forget to tune in Monday 8 to 9. DJ Rags does Addicted to Jazz, and sometimes we go past 9. If we start seeing like the crowd is digging what we doing, we keep that shit moving. So yeah. And hopefully Diva Views will get back to the into the seat and do her political joint on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
and David Simon is, and we wishing him well, and hopefully he gets back soon and gets back on Wednesdays.
Word, man. And shout out to the two trolls they called in, man. They couldn't stop our shine, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Fuck you.